Good evening, everybody on YouTube. I don't know what Rumble's problem is lately. I can't figure it out. I put it in the restream. It doesn't go in the I hit start. No restream. No Rumble. So
did you upset them too?
I don't know if there's a problem with their connect with well, the problem with Rumble is that they're not even on restream yet.
Oh, okay.
They're not, like, you have to enter the stream code by hand to put Rumble in your restream, which I do every day.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so why is it different?
And until this morning, it worked just fine. So I don't know if I'll have to go look up some things while I'm getting this tomorrow morning's show ready after the evening show here. But for now, you're only on YouTube. So come check us out. Zen Rhino says Rumble has been acting up lately. Well, hey, if you're over on Rumble, throw a link over to the YouTube channel in the chat there. Rousesaw says Rumble figured ROTC took the week off, so they joined them. Maybe that's it. Are the boys off? They must be.
The boys are gone.
Oh, boy. Well, guys, it is going to be another busy evening show. I'm glad that so many of you had nice things to say about, doing the show after the oral surgery yesterday about, a little more than 24 hours ago. But I will tell you this, and they did warn me after the morning show when I called the surgeons today. They did tell me that days 3 and 4 are going to be your worst days.
Sure.
And I have been, not to get too personal with you guys, but I have been pissing like a racehorse the last 2 days, and I think I'm figuring out why. I think all those drugs are leaving my system, the intravenous drugs that they put me on.
Yeah, that's what I
and
said.
I didn't know that those things they could still hang around today, but I think they were, and I think they're leaving.
It's not something that's usually in your body, and I'm sure you got a hefty dose.
Yeah, I'm starting to feel it a little bit, but don't worry. We've got a lot of stuff to give you today. Shit, man, I've been doing this show for so long. Goddamn things on autopilot. Don't you worry. I'll get you through a good one. I've got a lot of interesting stuff to talk about. People are wondering what the Tampa Papers are. Now, first of all, when I started talking to Cardiff Electric, Stevie Lou, Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, Derek from the Backyard Boys podcast, when I started talking to these guys, they called them the Tampa Papers. And I said, guys, because of what's in these papers, should we not call them the Tampa Accords? No, Tampa Papers is the way to go. I said, Tampa Accords sounds more official.
Okay.
I get on fucking Carl's stream today, where all of us made this announcement about the Tampa Papers. And what does that fucking potato call them?
The Tampa Accords?
Calls them the Tampa Accords like it wasn't my fucking idea.
Well, that sounds like a potato move, though.
That is such a potato move. That little,
that's below dirt, if you will.
Right side up and upside down triangle little potato. I tell you what, I'm gonna.
Wait, can you not say that word on here?
Mash his potato. That Cardiff Electric. How can I stay mad at the potato? So the Tampa Accords, as they're now known. I told you guys, this was just kind of a silly, funny thing. Like, everybody who had these big ideas of what the Tampa Papers or the Tampa Accords were going to be, some people had some really high up ideas of. I'm just sitting there going, guys, do you know what kind of show this is? Mm-hmm. You're not getting the potatoes
Conspiracy
involved.
Shit.
Yeah, the fucking potatoes involved.
I still don't really know.
If the potatoes involved, it's stupid. And I mean that in a complimentary way. I love Cardiff.
For fun. It's for funsies, right?
Right. It's going to be...
Okay.
You should know from the Chad guy punched thing that I loved, that I thought was great, that everyone got mad at. And by the way, you can kind of tell who's fun and who's just kind of a miserable cunt based on how they feel about the Ray DeVito me interview and the Cardiff Electric guy who punched Chad bit that he did. If people enjoyed them because they were stupid and silly and just nothing... then you're a fun person. You're a funny person. Mm-hmm. If you got mad at the potato, you're a fucking dummy. You're just a dumb guy. So these Tampa Accords were thought up by the potato. And the potato goes on Carl's show today, as did Stevie Lou and Derek and myself. We all went on there. and we signed what are called the Tampa Accords. I will read them to you, and then for 2 weeks, we will never mention the person in these accords. I will only mention this person's name when they are spoken of in the accords. Now, you may or may not know, but there is a certain comedian, quote unquote, kind of a whack packer of a particular podcast who has been seeing a tremendous, year-long fall. And it's amazing. Okay. It's like watching a guy fall out of a redwood and just hit branches. You're like, he's going to stop right there. And it's like, boom, 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 boom. You're like,
you never stop.
And then sometimes you see him fall and you're like, would somebody stop this thing?
Somebody catch him, please.
I'm really starting to kind of feel bad for this guy. Then he calls the branch a cunt and yells at a squirrel on the way down. And you're like, fuck him. Let him fall further.
I'm picturing Chris Farley and Black Sheep tumbling down the side of the mountain.
Yeah.
Hold on, little roots.
So we've recently seen a severe decrease in his viewership, a severe decrease in his Patreon, and a severe decrease in any videos people make about him.
Okay, all right.
So Cardiff and Stevie Lou came to Carl and came to me and came to others with this idea of the Tampa Accords and says, working together, we can maybe put this whole thing to bed once and for all. Now, I would like to say that this show has minimally, outside of when he's newsworthy, like the fake attack thing,
sure,
really haven't mentioned the guy.
I agree.
Haven't put any clips up of him in a long time other than the lie punch thing. And this is what Carl said today. He goes, these accords are all well and good, but I'm null and voiding these accords if he does something really stupid and fucked up. So Carl did put a caveat in there.
I understand.
I'm going to put the Tampa Accords up on the screen for you guys. And written by Cardiff Electric. This agreement is made on date by and between the undersigned podcasts, parties, who have agreed to refrain from discussing or mentioning Chad Zumock on their respective podcasts for a period of 2 weeks. Silence period. The parties agree as follows. I'm not shitting you guys. Look at how much fucking Cardiff wrote. I mean, he wrote like 6.
Oh, you guys have really been
terms.
You guys have been busy.
I'm not going to lie. I signed this without reading all of them.
Oh, okay.
Number 1, silence period. The parties hereby agree to observe a silence period of 2 weeks, during which time they will not mention or discuss Chad Zumock on their respective podcasts. Scope of agreement. This agreement applies to all discussions, interviews, news segments, and any other content related to Chad Zumock, whether positive or negative. Enforcement. The parties agree to make their best efforts to enforce this agreement and to ensure that their hosts, guests, and staff do not violate the terms of this agreement during the silence period. So you are de facto signed into the Tampa Accords.
I've never had a problem not talking about this guy. It's fine.
Number 4, termination. This agreement will terminate automatically at the end of the silence period. However, the parties may choose to extend the silence period by mutual agreement. Now, Carl and I we disagreed on this. He said this is going to be tough. I said, Carl, I'm telling you, this is going to feel like a vacation. You're going to feel great. And at the end of it, you're not going to want to go back.
So Carl wants to talk about him.
Carl believes that this is like giving something up for Lent for him.
Really? Oh, that's too bad.
Whereas I'm of the opinion, I'm like, you know what? Congratulations to the potato. He has better people skills than I do. He can organize stuff like this. But was I not pitching this idea months ago?
Yeah, I think we'd all been talking about it. Like, if we just stop talking about this, guy goes away.
He just goes away. And he's been going away. And this will probably be the death knell. This will drive him nuts. Number 5, no admission of liability. This agreement does not constitute an admission of liability or wrongdoing by any party, and it shall not be construed as such. 6, entire agreement. This agreement constitutes the entire agreement between the parties and supersedes all prior negotiations. And then that's where it cut off on my phone. Thank you, Cardiff.
Oh, that's it?
Yeah, so there you go. There is the Tampa Accords. I think it's great. I think it's wonderful. I think that Cardiff came up with a lovely little document there, and I think it should be a joyous 2 weeks. And I hope all of those shows keep their word.
Mm-hmm. So wait, does that start today?
That starts today.
Okay, so...
And it ends on the 19th of April.
All right.
So 2 weeks from today, 19th of April. So Thank you very much to Cardiff. Thank you to everybody who signed it. And always nice. I like talking to Carl.
Carl's nice.
I always like talking to him.
Carl doesn't like me, but he's nice.
Somebody asked about the P.O. box. There you go, guys. There's the P.O. box. I still haven't gotten this its own little frame on OBS here because I'm lazy. Steel Toe Media Incorporated, P.O. Box 7893, St. Cloud, Minnesota 56302. There is the P.O. box for those of you who are asking. Always fun to go check that. So, there you go. No more talking about the guy. No more of it. Done. Hasn't been really a problem for us lately, but...
No, I think this is more of the same.
I am glad to sign on to this accord because I support the spirit of it. I think it's great.
I like the spirit of it, and I like that other people want to get in on this.
Yes.
So, thanks, guys.
I'm also trying really hard not to cock off about how we're always first on shit like this. We always see when the end of the thing... Remember, Stuttering John? We were first on Stuttering John getting out of there. We said in November, we're like, the guy's quitting podcasting, guys. It's over. It's done. This thing now with the Tampa Accords, we probably would have signed the Tampa Accords a month or two ago.
Sure.
So I'm just glad it's getting done. You know me, I'm a better late than never kind of guy. Malevolent bystander leads into the second thing I wanted to talk about. Did Aaron talk about Corey growing a pair of balls today on MLC yet? Check this out. I was talking to Corey.
I feel so out of the news here.
I was talking to Corey a little bit before the show. And you know how I went on that rant this morning? First of all, I have to say, Kevin has to stop watching Steel Toe. It's bad for him.
Okay.
Like, there's nothing creepier than a 62-year-old man, like, creep watching you in the background to see what you're up to.
And then acting accordingly?
Right. And then acting on what I say. I swear to God, I'm not trying to mind fuck Kevin Brennan into doing anything on his show. It looks that way. It seems that way. I swear to God, I'm not trying to.
Okay.
I did have a hunch, though, that he would contact Corey today after my rant, because that's just how he is. He's not the I don't give a fuck guy that people think he is. He is very sensitive. He does get upset easily, as people know. So I go on that rant about how it's bullshit that they haven't had Corey back on MLC because he won't shit on Steel Toe. And it makes them look like cowards. It makes them look like phonies. They know he does a great fucking job on that show. They know he should take Chad's spot on that show. Mm-hmm. He's a more entertaining guy. And not only that, Corey is a good time. And I think Bob Levy could use a partner who's a good time.
Who's also a good time.
Right. Because otherwise, he's just got to listen to Kevin and Chad bitch all the time.
Right. He's got a couple downers.
Fuck. Tampa Accords starting now.
What is the punishment?
Bad boy, naughty boy.
A finger.
Terrible. Sorry.
I pull a tooth.
So I talk about them not having Corey on. Corey texts me today. He goes, well, you got your wish. Kevin got in touch with me this afternoon after your show and asked me if I would be on MLC today. I'm like, oh, did he now? And we're sitting there amazed. We're like, the fucking internet, man. We're just like, they're just like the most touchy people. On the, again, coming from radio, it's just like the amount of mind games that these people think are going on around them that I can assure them are not is astounding. I could put so many people's tension at ease by just telling them, and it's this simple. Guys, at least on this end, nobody really thinks about you.
I sure don't. Like, after you're done mentioning him, I don't think about him.
Nobody's mind fucking you. Nobody's trying to manipulate you or pull your strings. You do that. You listen to what I say, and then you go, shit, I got to have Corey on. I mean, no, you should have had Corey on a long time ago. Now you got called out for not having Corey on because he wouldn't shit on Steel Toe. Now you had to have him on, which is the right thing to do.
But you should have had him on because he's good.
You should have had him on because he's good, not because the loudmouth guy on the morning show called you out. That's, it's remarkable.
So what happened, though?
Corey went on MLC and from all accounts did a great job.
What'd they talk about?
No idea.
I thought that's what the whole point of whoever chatted that was. Like, did you see him grow a pair of balls on MLC today?
Well, they want him to talk.
I feel like Corey's got balls.
Here's what Corey told me.
The other guys.
Corey said they wanted him to shit on the Ray DeVito interview, which I still don't understand why people gave a shit about that.
So still shitting on you.
Yeah, like they still really have hung on to me having a great show with Ray and just, did they not think that I was going to backhand and swat away every little mosquito that came to me? Give me a little credit. So they wanted Corey's take on the Ray DeVito Steel Toe interview, and Corey gave them the funniest, most Corey and I answer ever. He goes, I don't know. I don't watch that shit.
Yeah, I was figuring he'd say something like, I don't know, I didn't watch it.
Actually, what Corey told me he said to them was, who's Ray DeVito? which drives those guys nuts because they think the tiny little world they occupy is like the entire universe and everybody knows about it. Like 1,000 people know about it. Mm-hmm. And then it's, the larger world outside of that. So I guess Corey said that, and he said he got yelled at when he said he didn't know who Ray DeVito was. And I said, do they not know that once you and I are done doing a show together, we don't watch each other's stuff?
No.
We got our own shit going on.
Most people don't.
Yeah. So I just, I had a really fun conversation with Corey, and I was glad he was on MLC. That whole thing, though, of like, that's creepy. Like listening to Steel Toe and then booking your show based on what I say. You know what? I should really maybe just try to fuck around like that some more. See who I can get booked on that show.
I'm surprised you don't, because clearly everyone that hates you actually loves and watches you.
I didn't know I had all these people in the palm of my hands. Right. I don't give myself enough credit.
You got to pull the marionette strings.
Yes. Delco Lou says Steel Toe is the OG of depleting the oxygen. Now send him back to obscurity. Who? I don't know who you're talking about. I don't know. I signed the Tampa Accords. I have no idea what you're talking about. Shaft says KB is obsessed with April. Is he really?
Really? Like what?
From what I
don't hear anything about him.
Yeah, from what I understand, he has a beautiful wife. So I don't think he needs to think about other people's wives.
See, that's the difference here. Like, she's not on screen. I don't know shit about her. I don't know what she looks like. I don't know her name. I don't know he has a wife.
Yeah.
I don't know any of it.
Zero says Brennan is paranoid and a full-time babysitter. You got to be a little paranoid to listen to our show and then go, I have to book my guest. Don't. Zero. Again, I want to set Kevin Brennan at ease. This isn't an attack on Kevin Brennan. This is trying to put Kevin Brennan's mind at ease and say, Kevin, nobody over here is trying to work you over, buddy. We just made an observation.
Yeah, I mean, I'm hearing just now that you're obsessed with me. Like, you don't have to be.
Yeah, you don't have to be.
It's okay.
There's no reason. Plenty of room out here on the internet.
I don't talk about you. I don't tweet about you.
Yeah.
Ever.
I mean, Big Kev, we don't even do the same kind of show. You do like the Kardashians, Jersey Shore kind of broadcasting, and we do like a talk show.
The room for everyone.
Yeah, it's two different things. Your audience hates me. My audience doesn't get you. I think that's a great dynamic that we've got, to be honest with you. Shaft says just messing about him being obsessed with you. So that was
that's fine. Joke. Kevin, I retract.
Zero says Brendan accidentally watches every day while making breakfast as his wife is busy. I don't know anything about his family. I don't care to know anything about his family.
That is actually the difference. Yeah. Like, if they were never on the show, we wouldn't know.
TDR Shit Show says, don't listen to any other show but yours. No idea what y'all are talking about, but still enjoy listening. And Michael B does point out, Aaron will never do clubs.
I disagree. You've done the red carpet nightclub.
That is true.
Fuck them.
Zen Rhino says, honor the Steel Toe Accords when you donate and mention... No, don't mention that guy. Honor the Tampa Accords, please. Speaking of which, $200 away from tonight's goal. Thank you to the morning show audience, especially Hulk Hogan.
Yes, thank you, Hulk Hogan.
The Hulkster came in and saved the goal this morning, and then a bunch of other people got in, and they ended up turning it into $50 into the evening show. So thank you guys very much. 200 away from tonight's goal, which is where we like to be at the top of the hour. So we're already there. If you guys want to keep knocking it down, Streamlabs, PayPal, and then people have been asking for this one at Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo. There's also super chats and memberships. Kyle says Aaron does club sandwiches. I'm still laughing. Thank you very much. Mr. Approachable says, I can't find the right frequency. What radio station are you on now? We're on KCOC. KCOC? Yeah. What is that? 365.7. That's Corey Adams' show. Oh. KCOC. See, I don't watch other people's shows. Yosemite Sambo says, Aaron just wants to coke with Gino in the bathroom at Sullivan's. You think, he's doing, God damn it. Sorry. He says, Aaron just wants to do coke with Gino in the bathroom at Sullivan's. You think I want to be at Sullivan's? Anthony's going to be there. I got to say, with my teeth out and them kind of hurting a little
different.
bit, it's my Kevin Brennan's not as
and
good.
You should probably like chill. Like it's like yelling and stuff. Like the more pressure you're putting in your mouth, you should chill a little bit.
You're not supposed to do
just
that.
for a few days.
Oh,
you know,
I don't have to go to Sullivan's to do coke. You can really kind of do that anywhere. It's a versatile drug.
I've never done it, and I wouldn't know.
King of all diffs says it's KCUK, shit pig. Now I'm the shit pig. I thought I was the loaf pig.
What does that stand for?
K-cuck. That's what I think. KCUK.
What does that
K-cuck.
mean?
That's Corey's fucking show that he does now.
I heard you. I meant what does the letter stand for?
It's like a radio station, April. God. I thought you were quick on the draw here. I thought
you were shitty sometimes.
Being on this show. Well, what? You're leaving me out to dry in the middle of my own show. I got to say something.
I'm not.
Oh, boy. So, yeah, Kate Cuck, that's Corey's thing that he does. I think he's doing it tonight, actually. Usually he tries to do it on Thursdays, but I think they got to kind of do it when everybody can. The Real Joe says, thought you were on KWDF. I don't know what all these letters are. Forcing people to say the word cuck, says Zen Rhino. Yeah, see?
So there is a meaning to it. That's it. Cuck.
Yeah, you're thinking too hard. It's just K-cuck. That's all it is. Although, I don't mean to be the radio stickler here. Technically, it's an illegal set of call letters. I don't want to burst his bubble, but you're not allowed to end a station call letter in K or W, because those are the two letters that start a station west of the Mississippi, east of the Mississippi.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
That is so stupid.
I don't know what to tell you on that one. Best of luck. All right, 200 away from tonight's goal. Let's get to work on that. Let's also get to 100 likes before 8 o'clock. Oh, that'll be fun. 100 and 100. 100 away from the goal by 8 and 100 likes by 8. Everybody hit the thumbs up. Everybody hit the like button. And let's get that up there. All right, so the Tampa Accords, Corey on MLC. I think we've got it all.
Okay.
I think we've covered it. We can.
I feel up to date on the news now.
Yeah, we can go into all the other stuff.
The hard-hitting shit.
The hard-hitting shit. Like somebody on the streets of San Francisco, probably some bum, hitting the Cashapp founder really hard and killing him, stabbing him to death.
Yeah, I was going to say he did more than hit him.
Yeah.
He stabbed him.
Streets of San Francisco, the Cashapp founder, Bob Lee, stabbed to death because that place just keeps getting better and better. I'm sure it was just some fucking bum.
Probably didn't know who he was.
Yeah, and I'm sure the founder of Cashapp is probably one of those people too proud to leave, because it's my home and it's not. People in Minneapolis do this a lot. They go, excuse me, I walk from this tea shop to this bus stop every day and nobody's ever hit me in the face with a bucket. It's like, okay, well, then that must mean that it's totally fine there. It's just great.
It's never happening.
Yeah, there's no issues if, your walk to the nice boutique and then back to the train station, if that's going hunky-dory every day, well, then we all must be missing the point. Those kind of people usually end up getting it in the end.
Yeah.
The people
the
who
ones
are
too stupid to...
The ones who have a lot of money and can leave and don't, they usually end up getting caught up with.
Look at Takeoff. He died behind a bowling alley.
The way that idiot died, you're just kind of like, you know what? How do you not kind of have that coming?
And you could have got out of there. You didn't have to be there.
A multi-millionaire, you're hanging out at a hood rat bowling alley. I mean, what? The founder of the online payment app Cashapp, Bob Lee, was murdered in the streets of San Francisco yesterday in a fatal stabbing attack at 43 years old.
Ugh.
It was a bum.
Yes. Nobody's just out to get the Cashapp guy.
Yeah. It was some bum who should have never, ever been in contact with this guy. This guy should have never been living in a place where a bum like that lives. He could have been living anywhere else in the country. Some people are saying in the chat, because I don't know much about Bob Lee or Cashapp.
I don't either.
They're saying it was a hit job. He's suing a lot of big companies.
Oh, really? Interesting. I use Cashapp. I've had it for a long time. I like it. I didn't know anything was going on.
Interesting. There's Unquenchable Fire says IMF hit job. Another person where, I didn't.
That looks like we have to dig a little more.
Somebody else said hit job too. Oh, JJ Dewey says it was a hit job. He was suing big companies. Shit.
I'd like to know for what.
I didn't know that about this Bob Lee. My Lost Interest says, did Venmo hire an assassin? No, I don't think. Your Huckleberry says, now he can start Stab app. I'll show myself out.
Oh, buddy, you know.
Bill Fenner says, or how about this? Midnight hookup with gay hooker turned fatal. Yeah, see, now everybody's going to have their theory.
All the fan fiction.
Yeah, it was an IMF hit job. He was stabbed by a gay hooker.
Drug deal gone wrong.
Drug deal gone wrong. My favorite, bum. Just a bum.
You know what? He was standing there trying to pay someone on Cash App, and it wasn't going through, so they got pissed.
Mr. Approachable says the guy was trying to buy something from him, but he wouldn't accept Venmo.
Yeah. Yep, something like that.
Ozymandias says a lot of people tied to crypto dying. Well, that's interesting.
Who the fuck doesn't accept Venmo? Got ugly.
The tech founder was walking the streets of San Francisco, as thousands do every day, and came face to face with a lunatic, as thousands more do in San Francisco each day. See, that's my thing, is that I bet you this founder of Cash App was killed by some guy who either doesn't even know what Cash App is or has no idea that this guy's involved with it.
That's what I said. He had no idea who that was, I bet.
Yeah, it's just some random dickbag who just
with a knife
thought there was a dragon in the road and decided he was going to slay it.
Right.
He was perhaps best known for his work on Cash App, now owned by Jack Dorsey's company Block. Mr. Dorsey, the former CEO of Twitter, called Mr. Lee's death heartbreaking. Bob was instrumental to Square and Cash App.
Ooh, Square's nothing to sneeze at. That's
Nope.
pretty big, too.
Lee was a big deal in the Silicon Valley tech world, and now his life has been lost thanks to the senseless crime. Oh, this is not the B, so of course it says that Democrats have allowed to fester in the city. They got to get,
Sure.
you know,
Their own
little
stabs.
Yeah, their own little shank in there. Other than the fact that San Francisco pays homeless people to live there, encourages rampant lawlessness, and doesn't enforce crime, no way these things could have an impact. They're not saying anything about
Why?
lawsuits or anything like that. So
Yeah, that must have been going on for a while, and some people knew about it, and most didn't.
tell you what, if
Ooh.
I'm the guy who runs Uber and Venmo and other sharing services, I am laying low for a while.
BJ says his ex Kalila did it.
Oh, no. Not Bobby Lee. This is Bob Lee. This is a different guy.
Wrong one.
This was not an organized hit from Kalila Kuhn. I always feel uncomfortable saying that name.
Kuhn. It's a name.
Yeah. NF Cap says, Steel Toe Show, Steven Crowder kind of broke Rumble for a minute. Adding 500,000 viewers daily is stressing the system. They will get it fixed pretty soon. Hopefully they do.
Okay.
That's fine. We'll just, look, we've got YouTube.
Making room for Crowder.
Yeah, got to make room for Crowder. And by the way, 500,000, I would argue it's probably more than that.
Me too.
Yeah. No, Raz of Chaz, it's not Bob Lee Swagger. It's not.
Still got the shovel.
It's not that guy. They're saying he was the first Tampa Accord hit. Oh, no. I didn't want any bloodshed.
You can't be doing that.
I don't want any bloodshed over the Tampa Accord. I had nothing to do with it.
Why did the Cash App guy have to go?
Zen Rhino says, wait, Bob Levy is dead? No, not Reverend Bob Levy.
Long may he reign.
Long may he reign on earth as it is in heaven. Yul Gibbons is saying 500,000 people to Rumble is not a lot.
What would be a lot?
Well, 750,000 is a lot.
Bry S says, stabbing billionaires in San Francisco is a dirtball's right, God damn it. I mean, got a point there. I mean, I feel like if you're a homeless bum and you get a billionaire, that's kind of like trophy fishing for bums.
It's not, though, because you're not getting anything.
Kane B says, oh, shit, rest in peace, General Robert E. Lee. No, it's not.
Oh, shit.
Guys, Robert E. Lee was not the person who was stabbed in the streets of San Francisco. Sometimes I feel like this audience comes here just to chat and they're not listening to me. And now I'm starting
When does that ever happen?
Like Gary Crouch just said, Bob Ross invented Cash App. It's not about Bob Ross. It's about Bob Lee.
It was a happy accident. I don't know.
Oh, that's not.
We're just gonna draw.
That's not the guy that got stabbed, and I don't think. No, I don't think.
We're gonna have little dollar sign clouds.
No, I don't think it was anything to do with a happy
accidents.
Happy accident. Shaft says Bruce Lee. No, it was not Bruce Lee.
That's
Bob Ross didn't invent Cashapp. He invented ASMR, says Stevie J. Yeah.
Kind of, actually. Right. Wow. I've never thought of that.
Stut Joe's designated driver. They stabbed the Asian comedian who dated the goth chick. No, that's Bobby Lee. And I don't know if you're saying hot chick or goth chick because you spelled it wrong. Jefferson Davis killed Bob Lee at Appomattox. Guys, this has gone completely off the rails here. K. Fallen the Great says, wait, what happened to Batman? No, Bob Lee, not Bruce Lee. And you're not supposed to know that he's Batman.
No, we kind of pulled the curtain back on that, huh?
Fuck you, dude says, whoa, Bob Dole was stabbed. No, he was not stabbed in San Francisco. Bob Lee from Cashapp, different guy.
This guy was doled out a stabbing, though.
King of all diffs says, the General Lee is dead. Guys, again, not. Thank you for saying rest in peace to Ulysses S. Grant, Amanda Hug and Kiss. That's.
Do we really care?
Very nice of you. Bobby Lee was the local Central Minnesota Bellator fighter. This is a different guy. I promise you. Z. Kyle says, good, I never liked Motley Crue. No, that's Tommy Lee. This was Bob Lee.
Somebody just says Bruce Jenner Wayne.
You guys are going to run out of you're going to run out of steam.
R.I.P. Batman.
R.I.P. Bob Layton. No, different guy.
Again, long may he reign.
Long may he reign on earth as it is in heaven. Yeah. All right, guys. Oh, no, now Turtle says, wait, Bruce Lee was Batman? No, just get it. Just forget Batman. Forget him.
Bobby Lee from Tiger Belly was Batman?
No, Bob Lee was stabbed. He was the founder of Cashapp, and he was stabbed to death. And quite frankly, we're being very insensitive about his death.
Well, the body's cold, hasn't it?
Gary Crouch says, Tiger Belly will never be the same. No, it's the same. Bob Lee was the best Price is Right host. Yeah, it's not even close, BJ. It's Bob Barker.
Bob Lee was on Tiger Belly? I thought that was Bobby Lee.
It is. That's correct.
Bob Lee.
No, different.
My bad, B.
C says, so he was killed by Bruce Leroy? No, he was not. Lily Sobieski, that's not even close. Have some respect. Bob Levy, now he'll never get his pool. Bob Levy was not killed. It was Bob Lee.
Oh, so this is a new episode of Out of the Coffin then.
No, this is Into the Coffin. This is a different show.
Into the Coffin remix.
Unquenchable Fire says, I went Bob Lee for apples last Halloween. See, this is the more I don't know why I'm still reading. This is not going to get better. I feel like
sometimes you dip your hair in there and you get all wet. Kind of hot.
I don't know why I think this is going to go to the other side.
He did.
Raz of Chaz says, rest in peace, Lee Iacocca. See, you're not even. Coca-Cola.
I wanted to.
Huge Erection says he started Cashapp. Now he's working on a Gash app. You see, because he was stabbed.
Oh, Gash. I think pussy when I hear Gash.
Alex Bernal says Bob Levy is finally in a pool of blood. No, he was not. He was not stabbed. I promise you. No, it was not Lee Harvey Oswald. I think we're good.
I don't know if we are.
Guys, God bless. That story got a lot more mileage than I thought it would.
Yeah, he thought he was getting more that day, too.
Yeah. Well, he got a lot of knife. $200 away from tonight's goal and doing 30 minutes of overtime. Sure hope we hit it because we've only got 3 goals left before this week is complete. Johnny 1.0 says the Duke boys are going to be upset.
I would be too. My last interest says after he was stabbed, the attacker said this is for Cumia.
No, that has nothing to do, and that is almost a violation of the Tampa Accords. Almost a violation.
But it's not.
Sad Boy says, rest in peace, Darth Vader. That's James Earl Jones. That's not even, now you're not even trying.
I forget that was James Earl Jones. That's crazy.
King of all diff says, Bob Lee Kelly, come on, that was good. No, it wasn't Bobby Kelly. I promise.
Kelly Ripa died?
No, not Kelly Ripa. Patrick writes, he died doing what he loved, getting stabbed. No.
He was probably actually cash-apping the homeless person.
I promise
money
you.
For some help.
I promise you that he was not in love with the idea of getting stabbed.
Tommy Lee finally passed away?
No, that it was Bob Lee.
God, Pamela's going to be upset.
And Stuttering John, I am not going to break the Tampa Accords for your dog shit joke. No. Robert Mode says, did you see the Frankie McDonald video made a while ago saying gay marriage is wrong?
Did you hear what he said on In Hot Water?
No, but I forgot to play this one. We can play this. I think this one's actually real. Frankie McDonald.
So he wasn't like goaded into this one?
No. Frankie McDonald, gay marriage. Oh, son of a bitch. I know it's up there somewhere. I saw someone tweet it. I should have saved it today.
Are you spelling McDonald wrong?
Frankie.
Is it MacDonald?
I think it's Frankie McDonald.
There it is. Yep.
Gay marriage. Nope. Where the hell is... Oh, here we go. Warns against gay marriage. Yeah, this is the weather guy. He took it down. You
Frankie,
guys.
No. Oh.
See, you guys put it out there before we could get it on the show, and now we can't get the Frankie McDonald gay marriage video.
At least Frankie had a little self-awareness, though.
That's true.
He's been caught saying some dastardly things on In Hot Water.
Samuel Warner with $2 says, Heil April. Very nice of you.
Thank you, Sam.
Thank you, buddy. Search Frankie McDonald homophobic rant. I think that was the one. The video's gone now, unfortunately. So...
Well, Frankie goes for all the bitches, so.
Yeah, we can't. Here, Frankie McDonald, homophobic rant. Oh, wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Oh, my God.
I'm giving you advice about
This is old.
same-gender marriage.
There's going to be 2 feet of dicks in a gay man's bedroom this Sunday in Sydney, Nova Scotia. There's going to be 12 inches of cock that's going to be buried in a man's asshole. So get your condoms ready. Get your enemas ready. Get your colonics ready. There's going to be a big storm of dicks coming in to a Holiday Inn bedroom near you for a guy who swears to his wife that he's just out on business. There's going to be 12 inches of dick.
Yeah.
That's what I think the homophobic rant would be if I were Frankie McDonald. But let's see what he said.
A man can marry a woman can marry a man. It's not a good idea for a man to marry another man, a woman.
Frankie
was fucking based.
To marry another woman, that is not a good idea at all.
Did somebody put him up to
That
this?
can affect the health and mental health. And that's a very bad idea. It can even destroy a relationship for a man marrying another man. And woman marrying another woman, that's a real bad idea.
There you go. Frankie McDonald on gay marriage. And that rant, of course, taped yesterday. No, I have no idea.
He looks pretty young in that one. That's not new.
Well, Frankie does not approve of butt sex.
Unless it's between him and a woman, of course.
Right. I don't know.
You don't know.
Frankie seems pretty adamant about this whole guys fucking thing and guys getting married. Bouncing Toast with $2 says, well, this guy looks sane.
Frankie's usually pretty good shit.
Yeah, they're calling him Frankie McBased now.
Frankie McBased.
Yeah. Other people saying, well said.
I ask you to mention that to Gino, Frankie McBased.
Yeah, what happened to your boy Frankie? What's he doing talking about the gays?
He sees Frankie every day. Do you think they've talked about this before?
I guess so. They must have. Did Frankie do something on In Hot Water today to bring all this up?
I don't know. I missed it.
Did you hear anything?
Kids and shit. I don't know.
Did Frankie go a little... Let's go to the end of In Hot Water on Compound Media here.
Yes.
Frankie, if you don't have a problem with two men kissing, can you explain your anger in this photo? Let's take a look.
Nope, I'm not putting this. Gino's going to put gay porn on.
All right. We got it. Take your time. I'm sorry. Nope. We don't shove everything in your fucking face. And that's why it's like...
A long time ago. That's really old. But CNN iReport no longer exists.
Now, Frankie, let me ask you something. Because if you don't want to, we won't show this. What do you think about this video now?
Not a good idea to show it.
Take it down. Take it down.
Not a good idea.
Frankie, wait. Before we take it down, tell me your thoughts on the video again.
That's old news. That's long old news.
So you don't...
It's a long time ago.
So you don't agree with this video you made anymore?
Not anymore.
By the way, let me ask you something else. Whatever happened to that lamp?
It does look like a hair light.
By the way, right now, Kevin Dombrowski is looking at it going like, yeah, he used to have hair too. It's not just me.
I'll kill you.
All right, Frankie, so we don't like that video?
I don't like that video anymore.
All right, we'll take it down. Then, Frankie, watch this. I apologize. In that video, you implied some things that I said on the show yesterday.
And in the latest video I did is Kazakhstan weather report.
So, Frankie, you think it's okay for two men to get married?
Yes. And I got something to say. I did a weather report for Kazakhstan. It's on my YouTube channel. Latest video.
No, look at Frankie doing the Chad zoom out, changing the subject.
Oh, damn it. Gino, you just violated the goddamn Tampa Accords. Fucking A, Gino.
God damn it.
God, I sentence you to a lifetime of performing
Clam radio?
Should have included him in that accord.
So now, does that mean that Frankie is walking back his based position from earlier?
Yeah.
So Frankie caved to political correctness.
Sure.
Wow, that's disappointing.
No, people are saying Frankie's woke as fuck.
Yeah, I thought Frankie would stand by his based opinions, but apparently he's caved to the liberal media. Poor Frankie. Oh boy. I was going to put the goal up in the chat, but I forgot that I had Frankie McDonald homophobic rant.
Why is it in all caps?
In all caps in the chat. There we go. $200.
Oh, no.
Away from today's goal. Venmo, Streamlabs, PayPal, it's all up there in the chat. Otherwise, super chats, memberships, all that stuff works as well. Well, guys, Donald Trump wasn't the only one that got a big bump in the news and fundraising and everything else.
What happened?
From all of these charges. Stormy Daniels got a little bump. And a lot of other people got to watch a really mid chick do porn.
God, lucky them.
I think the losers in all this Trump Stormy Daniels stuff are the people who whacked off to her this week.
Do I have to look her up?
She was not the best porn star.
I haven't watched her work before.
No, she is not. I mean, when this whole thing kind of first started, even when we were on radio, we would look her up. And Stormy Daniels, not really...
God, the front page of Pornhub is aggressive.
The thing is about when you go on like Pornhub or whatever...
Fuck.
It just kind of like, you're like, whoa, can I ease into it a second?
Look, even my boner's scared right now.
Yeah, it doesn't have to be just all like, just big cocks and pussies and giant tits, like
assholes
right off the bat.
Gaping.
Yeah, just like ease into it a little bit, you know?
I saw my name up there for a second and I kind of actually got nervous.
Yeah, here's Stormy Daniels. Oh, is she not on Pornhub?
Go to XVids, it's way better.
Oh, there's Stormy Daniels. Yeah, she's got weird titties.
Ew.
Yeah.
Oh God, no.
Yeah,
fuck.
not a Stormy Daniels guy.
I'm not a Stormy Daniels guy either.
Hot MILF Stormy Daniels loves cock. That's yeah, I'm not a Stormy Daniels guy.
She was plowed by Donald Trump, huh?
Yeah, Donald Trump fucked her.
That's interesting. I'm seeing the hole that Donald was in. It's kind of, it feels like something I didn't need to know.
She's got like weird, like upturned, pointy fake tits. I don't know.
No, they almost look droopy to me. They don't look perky.
They've got a weird shape to them. She's not. Well, anyway, her Pornhub searches have gone through the roof. So a lot of people have had to jerk off to subpar pornography because of this Donald Trump thing.
Well, now I feel left out.
About 630 to 650,000 searches a day, which is up from about 60,000 a week or two ago.
That's still quite a lot. 60,000 searches a week.
That's just really weird because that's clearly people who are into the news. I'm just thinking about like the mindset of that kind of person. You're just like, I'm going to watch the news. I'm going to follow it. I'm going to see what's going on in American politics. And then right after that, I'm going to go search the person I was watching a news thing about and jack off to them.
Can you imagine if you jacked off to whatever was on the news?
Right. Like I got to go jack off like, oh, a flood killed 13 people in Botswana. And I'm like, oh, great. Now I got to go jack off to, I got to find Botswanan porn. 13
kids drowned after a boat capsized.
Yeah, now I have to go watch boat porn or something like that. I have to watch something related to the thing I saw on the news.
I don't know. Ugh. The Don Lemon reporting.
They got to go to lemonparty.com.
Squeezethelemon.com. I don't know.
So I don't know. Yeah, Stormy Daniels got a big up creep in search numbers. She was near the tops of Pornhub, all because, she got a 32,400% increase. All because Donald Trump fucked her, paid her to shut up about it. She didn't shut up about it, so now he's on trial.
So
now he's being charged with 34 felonies.
So it sounds like she should be thanking him, really, right?
Yeah, I mean, by a lot, and CNN and everybody who's covering it.
Thank them all. Write them
For
letters.
sure.
Dong lemon.
Dong lemon, yes.
Oh, that's good. I like that.
Jack Floyd says Stormy Daniels is insanely mid. London River is a MILF goddess.
Ooh.
I am not familiar with...
I don't know names. Is that bad?
What is it, London River?
Yeah. Are
you
we
say?
supposed to know names?
No, I don't get into porn in that sense.
So that's her channel.
Well, let's click on her channel then. I always look over here to make sure I'm not...
I know. I'm nervous.
broadcast. Oh, no,
yeah.
I'm against it. I am against what she's doing and with the people she's doing it with.
Doesn't that hurt?
Stop doing that with those people. London, Jesus.
Look, I'm all for a little like exploratory sex or something, but like Jesus
Good
Christ.
Lord, London. What would your father say if he was talking to you? Oh, my God. Now people are naming their favorite MILFs. Are you a little scarred by that?
That was aggressive. We can look up MILFs if you want.
Bill Fenner says Lisa Ann is the only MILF. She was good.
Yeah, but isn't her shit like scary when you look it up too?
Yeah, she's
like a lot of this motion and a lot of like
there's a lot of baseball bat cocks involved there too, you know.
They look like this.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Everybody's got their favorites.
I don't though. I don't know names. You know
I'm not
what I
really
mean?
I'm not really good with names. It's just kind of
You know it when you see it.
you know it when you see it.
That's how I feel.
Jack Floyd says Lisa Sparks. Isn't she that really fat bitch?
No idea.
I'm not into
Probably should just look.
I'm not into the big girl. Rebel Fluff says London Bridge is falling down. Yeah, after what we saw go in.
I bet she sure gets Eiffel Towered a lot.
Oh my God. Jesus.
Aaron looks upset now.
The things that they were putting inside of her, they could have used to paddle her up the Thames.
Dude, things that large aren't supposed to go in at that angle.
No.
You know what I mean?
They're not supposed to go in at all.
God, like I'm wincing thinking about it.
So anyway, Stormy Daniels, guys, lots of new searches. God bless. She's getting a revitalized career. Hopefully she's still getting residuals from Pornhub because it's been a great week.
Wait.
For her.
Didn't she say at one point that she didn't want to be like sexualized out in the public or something and it was creepy and you're supposed to leave her alone and all that?
I don't think so. No, she was pretty. I thought
that's why she got so upset about this whole thing.
Oh, no, because she's the one who came forward and told everybody. Patrick says, well, guys, be right back.
What do you think? 2 minutes, 2.5 this time?
Yeah. Spicy Mustard with $5 says, for making me do a spit take with doesn't that hurt? Well, I mean, it probably does.
Thank you.
Quite a bit.
Oh.
Okay, so we've got 195 to go until we're done with our goal tonight. We want 100 likes by 8 o'clock. Let's get to let's see if we can get to 150 by about 8:30. What do you think? Let's go ahead. This is another story I kind of picked for you. I am actually kind of fascinated by the moose.
You're like the moose or moose?
The animal. Because they're fucking gigantic. They don't kill nearly as many people as I think they should.
They should kill more.
Yeah, I feel like moose, every time they encounter a human, they should just go, that's probably a threat. Let me stomp it out real quick.
You know what I want to see besides the stomping or instead of stomping? I want to see the big bull moose with their fucking paddles, okay? Them fucking paddles. And I want to see them swoop it and like see someone go flying.
Well, these are two guys who kind of deserve, if anybody deserved, this is where I find that the moose is a bigger pussy than what I need them to be. Because what we're about to watch in this video is two guys who, if there was a god and he taught lessons, this moose would have killed these two guys. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is from Big Sky, Montana.
Okay, they say when you play certain kinds of games, you win certain kinds of prizes.
You can't say stupid on the news?
Yeah, you can't. Why?
Your next report will be on a missing child who was murdered in the back of a Buick, and you can't say the word stupid?
You're going to say something about diddling and all that
Yeah.
shit. You can't say stupid.
You can't say the word stupid. That would be impolite.
Doesn't that kind of make them look stupid that they can't say the word stupid?
A little bit.
Especially when wild animals are involved.
Go ahead, try. Go ahead, try. See what happens.
By the way, best advice I've ever heard. Two guys standing near a giant moose, an animal that can kill you with its feet. Hey, go ahead, see what happens.
We should look up the kicking power of these things sometime.
Get the away from the moose.
Oh, okay. Okay, you know what?
This doesn't end well.
Wait a minute. I haven't watched this thing yet.
I haven't
What
either.
they're doing is stupid. I kind of like what kind of dicks they are.
This looks like something dumb and gay you would do if you were fucked up.
Like I like that the guy is taking it too seriously. He's like, "Go ahead, do it, see what happens." And I like that their dipshit hillbilly drunken response is, "Oh, what's the moose gonna do?" Like, I'm totally fine with this because like the moose can handle himself.
Wait, you don't think he's going to be Me Too'd here?
Yeah, I don't think the moose is gonna get sodomized by these two dipshits.
What if he did? What if he just stood there and they kept like poking?
He's a gay
and then they
moose.
got to the butthole and they're like, dude, he's not moving.
Yeah, the moose is just thinking in his head
He
like,
looks back like,
he goes, "I fucking dare you." You know what that smells like? That's gonna be your worst nightmare, brother. They ain't washing off.
what does it smell like?
Oh, just all kinds of rot and dead fruit.
Sticks and berries.
Oh yeah, just the worst kind
Grass.
of like compost, like bad compost.
Oh, tits, no.
Get him.
Yeah, I mean,
I mean that guy. They're all. I don't mind anybody in this story
No,
because
it's fine.
the guy in the car is right, but the guys on the outside are such like they're such aggressively dickish about. They're so aggressively dickish about it that I kind of support them. And plus, like I know that if things get out of hand, the moose will just kill them.
Right. The only one here that is truly doing nothing wrong, in my opinion, is the moose.
Right.
Like through
should
and
have
through.
been
he's fine.
expected, right? This happened in Big Sky, Montana last week. A couple neighbors repeatedly tried to warn the two men to move away from the moose, but as you saw, they didn't listen. The man who took the video says neither of the men were hurt in the charge, other than some, bruised
damn it.
egos.
Well, yeah, like moose don't have a predatory instinct to eat meat, so they just want to scare you off. They just want to be left alone.
Right.
Like
let
usually,
me stand here on my snow hill.
yeah, like usually if a moose kills somebody, it's totally an accident. They just jump up and down, and then you just end up getting clopped to death by their hooves.
Well, that part's not an accident. I don't know if you know that, but when they're stomping somebody, they mean that.
No, but like
shit.
they're not going to they're not like, "Oh, I hope I kill this thing." They're just like, "I just want to neutralize whatever this is," and then the thing ends up dead.
They're
Like,
trying
moose-
to be aggressive and
Yeah.
assert themselves.
No Pen 15 Fathead with $5 just writes a penis. That's just a penis and a set of balls. And Johnny's Walker with $5 says, "Need to start a petition to officially change the plural of moose to meese."
I like meese. I think that mice could also be meese.
Somebody should get on that. The English language is a tough thing to change unless you're Dr. Fauci. Kyle wants to know if that moose has a Pornhub page. Yeah, but he's just got one video. Moose sodomizes man to death with hoof.
Oh, so he's doing the sodomizing.
Yeah, I don't know if you guys are into that kind of thing.
I could be.
Thank you guys for the super chats. 185 away from tonight's goal. And hit the like button. We got 7 minutes to get to 100 likes. Bill Fenner with $2 says, F, Mary, kill for April. Stormy Daniels, Frankie McDonald, the Moose. FMK.
This is really bad. Like, how dare you throw Frankie in there because
Okay.
he's not,
Go ahead.
I can't fuck a moose, so I can't marry him either. So I guess, you know what? The moose is gonna have to be killed so we can eat it
Sure.
for food. And then I guess I'm fucking Stormy and marrying Frankie.
There you go. All right. Was that
Is that
so
a
hard?
correct
Yeah.
answer?
I mean, that seems like the right answer.
I know, but everyone's had a turn with Stormy. It feels dirty.
You got to like Bill was getting impatient there. He goes, you got to answer the question.
I guess I'm marrying Frankie.
There you go. Patrick says we're at 108 likes. All right, there we go. Thank you, buddy.
Thank you.
Appreciate that.
Raz says, let's look at his knuckle.
Bill Fenner says acceptable answer.
Okay, cool.
There you go.
I was hoping that was okay.
Fauci is going to be confused when a steel toe fan breaks into his house at 3 a.m. and tells him to change moose to meese. Yeah, guys, don't bother the guy at home. He's
Change it to meese or I'll release your secrets.
yes. What do you mean? Everyone already has. Nobody's ever going to hold me accountable. Well, he's got you there.
Wouldn't that be kind of a nice life if you could just tell everyone your deepest, darkest secrets, the whole world?
He can.
And nobody can touch him.
Yeah.
But
that's the life he lives.
No, we're not to that point yet where we're saying everything.
185 away from tonight's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there's the Streamlabs, the PayPal, and the Venmo. Super chats and memberships count as well. Hey, guys, I know you're worried about the Saudis cutting all those barrels of oil production, and I know you're probably a little nervous that China and Malaysia now want to form a currency to fight against the dollar. But Karine Jean-Pierre, the White House press secretary, she's on the case, and she says we're doing great.
Oh, is she? She's confident in our current standings?
She's telling us that Biden's doing a great job.
Oh, thank God.
And if you want to know what kind of great job he's doing, all you have to do is look at the price of gasoline to see that he's doing well.
You mean the shit I roll my eyes at every time I have to pay for it?
Yeah. Well, what she's saying is it could be a lot worse. You're welcome. Would you like to hear her logic?
I really would, because I would like to feel better.
Now,
about
remember, this lady's really fucking smart. So if you get mad at this...
Well, she's cute to boot.
Yeah, if you don't like this and you get mad at it, you're probably just not quite as smart as she is.
The Inflation Reduction Act is so important. That's why we've seen the lower prices at the pump. It's gone down $1.50 since the peak this summer. A lot of that is because of what this president has done.
There are times where I wish you wouldn't play this shit for me, because it does make my blood boil. Like, the smile is like a weird, evil smile.
Could you imagine? That's like saying, hey, I'm really glad that these 6 kids in Tennessee were shot to death in a school shooting. The last time we had a school shooting, there were 20 dead kids.
See, it could be so much worse.
We're doing a lot better on this whole dead kid thing. Yeah, gas is still about $3 to $3.50 for most people.
Horrible. I hate it.
You're never going to talk to an American who drives every day and convince them that that's awesome.
Check it out. On Highway 10 in our town here, there is an abandoned gas station that was abandoned about just before the pandemic started.
Yeah.
And the prices are still stuck at $1.89.
$1.89.
Oh, the good old days.
And they want to sit there and go, hey, it may be $3.20. Guys, you may think we're fucking up now, but we used to be way bigger fuck ups than we are now.
Guys, we could be charging you so much more just because we could. Just because we want to, but we don't, because we care about you.
Guys, we got it down from nearly $6 to about $3.50. Get a load of us.
No, thanks. I'm good.
I mean, if you're ever, you talk about a lack of self-awareness or not reading the room. I mean, when you go to gas prices as a sign that the president's doing a good job, when you've got Americans who would probably beat someone to death with the jawbone of an ass for anything under $3 a gallon, I don't know if you can say the president's doing a good job.
You have to assume that she knows what the actual state of affairs is, right? And that she's just running cover because she has to.
Well, you have to, yeah. But I mean, with her,
she can't believe what she's saying.
It's tough to, I always have a tough time telling with her because she is pretty dumb. Like, she's pretty stupid.
Yeah, I'll give you that, but I do think that she knows better. I just think she's not in a position to say how things really are.
She does seem to be the kind of person who you could tell this shit to and she goes, oh, okay, we'll go with it. Like, what's her name? Jen Psaki was like, she would know she was peddling bullshit and she would go do it and she was really good at it. This woman, I feel like you could get her to believe the shit you were telling her.
Maybe. After a while, yeah, maybe. I don't know.
Let's go ahead and check in on a local news story. Not local here to Minnesota, but just a local little story in Amherst, Ohio. There was a bus driver who was shown in a viral video losing her fucking mind at a bunch of the kids on the school bus and swearing at them.
I understand.
And I think she got fired from her job. But she's seen yelling obscenities at the students in the viral video. Maybe we'll check that out first. She apologizes for her actions, but doesn't regret them. She has resigned since the video went viral, but now people have put a GoFundMe together for the woman. Let's
they know how shitty them kids are.
Yeah, let's watch the original event here, and then we'll get to the update.
District is now investigating a former school bus driver after that driver went on a rant that's gone viral on social media. In cell phone video, the driver uses inappropriate language and yells obscenities at students. Here's part of that video.
I've had my fill. I'm done with it. I'm ready to walk off this bus right now and let you people walk the home. Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth.
Honestly, I watched that and I go, well, obviously they did something to this woman.
They did, and not only that, I've actually seen this before on my own school bus back in the day. Like, we are little hellions at one point in time.
This is where it would be a better time in this country's history if parents would see videos like that and go, oh shit, what did the kids do to this poor woman? Like, instead they defend it. Yeah. They're like, how dare this lady yell at my children? You know your kid's a piece of shit. You know he did something. Find out what they did to this poor lady.
Right. You know that you have to yell at your own kid. It's not, far off the beaten path to assume they did something here.
You've yelled much worse at your own child, let alone this bus driver here.
Shut your mouth. I don't want to hear another word out of your mouth.
Okay.
That is a shitbag kid.
Posted on Facebook and TikTok. The incident took place Wednesday. The driver involved has since resigned. The district tells News 5 the incident will be fully investigated and shared with us an email sent to parents, which in part reads, the actions of the bus driver do not represent the values, the standards we uphold as a district, and do not reflect our commitment to providing a safe, caring, and compassionate educational environment.
I can't believe that those kids would turn on their phones only at the moment that the bus driver decided to shout obscenities at them and make themselves look like the good guys. I can't believe we can't find one video of those annoying little shits doing something to set her off. I can't believe you can't hit rewind on any one of these phones and go to 5 minutes before this happened.
I do feel bad for people like this bus driver sometimes because no matter what happened, they get no support. Like, what if they had truly been awful to her?
Well,
like they did something awful and all she did was sit there and swear at him and tell him to shut up.
The follow-up to this shows you that sometimes the good guys win. Here you go.
I told you last night on News 5 at 11 about the Amherst School District investigating a video that has now gone viral. It features one of its bus drivers. Now, in that video, the driver pulls over her school bus and proceeds to use inappropriate language.
Yeah, like you think this old lady just got up and used her energy to yell the F word at a bunch of kids?
No, I don't. I think most bus drivers want to just get all these fucking kids home and go home to quiet and probably a drink. That's it.
Or sober up from the drinks they had before they drove the kids home because they got to have a few just to put up with the little bastards.
Sure.
I get that. They're like airline pilots.
Even obscenities directed at the students on board. It was cause for concern for some, but not everyone felt that way.
Tonight, for the first time, we hear from the bus driver at the center of it all, who says she is shocked by the amount of support she is receiving.
Why does that surprise anyone? Everybody who's not these kids' shitty parents know that this is all those kids' fault.
I'm a little surprised that they actually went forward with like a GoFundMe. I'm not surprised that somebody has stood up for her. I'm a little surprised that they had the gall to like do a GoFundMe.
Good for them.
Yeah.
This incident. News 5's Jesse Schultz has more.
My foot's gonna be so far up your...
This video has been viewed nearly 3 million times, showing an irate Amherst bus driver screaming at students on the bus.
I'm ready to walk off this bus right now and let you people walk the home.
It's the
What do you mean,
opposite
you
of
people?
the Jackie Miller who sat down with me Friday evening.
It is out of character for me.
She's been a bus driver.
Meaning those kids were absolute such shitbags that they made her the worst possible version of herself that she's ever been. Yep. That's impressive.
She's probably done this for many years.
I really want to hear what these kids said now.
You never will.
15 years, the last 2 with Amherst schools, and says she loved her job and her kids.
They were so much fun. I got to spend just a few minutes every day with them, but I was lucky because I had great kids.
Excuse me! What did I just tell kill you.
But claims what you saw on that video was the culmination of a year's worth of frustration.
No shit.
Frustration, she says she asked school administrators to address.
They don't do anything to these kids anymore. You harass the bus drivers, you bully kids, it doesn't matter. The school doesn't want to get involved. And the reason the school doesn't want to get involved is because then they'd have to call the parents. Then the parents are going to yell at the teachers about how that's their job and how their kid's good and they must just be running with the wrong crowd. So nothing ever gets done with any of this shit anyway.
Right, you're passing the buck everywhere.
So you kind of just got like, if you're a kid and you're getting bullied, beat the shit out of the kid bullying you. If you're a school bus driver and the kids are making you feel like shit, get up out of your chair, pull the bus over and scream at the little fuckers. And if you're really sure that you're done with this fucking school bus job, put one of them in a headlock just for a heads up.
I've told it many times, like, standing up for yourself doesn't always work because my brother tried to stand up for his friend who was being bullied. As a kid, my brother got suspended.
Oh, no, you're going to have to take the hit for it.
Yeah, is that worth it? Is the juice worth the squeeze?
Well, I mean, you got to either be okay with that or nothing getting done because nothing gets done with any of this shit
Either way,
anymore.
it's negative, though.
The schools don't do shit.
My requests for help were ignored.
Miller says it all stems from a small group of junior high students who consistently...
Oh, yeah, those little cunts are puntable so bad. Junior high, they're almost worse than high schoolers.
They're puntable.
Oh, man. Middle schoolers are worse than high schoolers. 6th, 7th, 8th grade?
Yeah, because when you're a middle schooler, you don't really have anything to lose yet.
No.
They're just shitty.
Yeah, and then when it's high school, it's just freshmen and some sophomores on the bus. Everyone else is driving.
Usually.
Bullied other students, were disruptive and distractive. And Wednesday, she snapped.
This was my breaking point.
The video blew up. Some parents were appalled by Miller's actions, calling her unprofessional and out of pocket.
When you threaten physical violence against children,
You're my hero. And those kids probably had it coming. When you threaten violence against the children on the school bus. Do these people forget what the school bus was like when they were kids?
I don't. It was awful.
I've known I probably could remember if I thought real hard. I can remember my first pair of shoes. No, if I thought real hard, I can think of 3 kids right now that should have been killed by the bus driver while they were driving.
I can too.
2 of them are me.
I was always like, I don't like being this person. I was like a teacher's pet, but bus driver edition.
You'd rat on the bad kids?
Not that really, but I either sat way in back if the cute boy was on the bus, or I sat way up front behind her and I talked to her because I was friends with her daughter.
Oh, my.
I know. It was fucking awful.
You were the worst.
I know.
lose all of what you were going to say.
Miller resigned that night, suspecting she would be fired.
It was definitely the right call on getting rid of the bus driver.
But what she never expected, the majority of parents and strangers who supported her.
Hashtag team bus driver.
People like Jackie Adkins.
People have bad days. I've had bad days. And I think that's what everybody felt in that moment when they saw that. Is that
That's not even a bad day. Yeah, that's not even a bad day. That's treating middle school shitbags the way you should treat them. If their parents treated them that way every once in a while, they may not be such pieces of shit on the bus.
They'd behave.
Yeah.
They felt for her.
Who is?
Oh my God, that is a comically large baseball mitt.
Or is it just closer to the camera?
Oh, or are they they could be really tiny people.
Babe, is it standing on a mound?
Oh, well, yeah. What if these people are just really tiny? And that's
They're little
actually,
people. Oh.
Yeah, you can put that glove on and
Shoot.
go, I will crush you with my mitt.
We're hobbits.
The owner of Mistake on the Lake Apparel, and who made part of Miller's rant.
My foot's going to be so far up your ass, it's going to dangle from your nose. Oh, fun. She made T-shirts about it.
I'd buy that.
Got to give her a cut of the T-shirts now, though. Be funny if the old lady sues her for gimmick infringement.
No, I bet you this chick gives all proceeds from the shirt
into a shirt.
She's going to get around $5 a t-shirt.
And people like Jeff Grob.
I just thought, man, we got to help her because I'm sure there's more to this story.
Who started a GoFundMe page for Miller's retirement fund. The page has surpassed $15,000 in less than a day.
There needs to be more ability for these drivers to discipline the kids so that it doesn't escalate to this level in the future.
Miller says she apologizes for her actions, but does not regret them and hopes her breaking point is a turning point for school districts.
Parents, teachers, administration, they must step up and support bus drivers.
What she's trying to say is all of your kids are rotten.
Dude, everything I've seen from being on a bus myself, like being a bus driver is a completely thankless job.
Well, and not only that rant doesn't just come out of nowhere.
No, absolutely not. I knew every time my bus driver pulled over our fucking bus to scream at us, I absolutely knew where it was coming from.
You knew what,
it every time.
Everyone on that bus knew exactly why that teacher was yelling at them.
Yeah.
They were not confused for a second. They all had their phones out, don't get me wrong, but they all knew why they were being yelled at.
Some of us goody two-shoes up front would turn them back and look at exactly who it was, too, because he knew every single time.
Precisely.
It was him.
Thanks for the great show. What are the Tampa Accords? I joined late, said Michael. The Tampa Accords are an agreement between Cardiff Electric, the Backyard Boys, Stevie Lou, Carl from Who Are These Podcasts, and Steel Toe that we will not talk about a certain Tampa Floridian for 2 weeks.
The Backyard Boys are in on this, too?
Backyard Boys are in. Look at them sneaking into all
cats.
this. Yeah. That's going to put us 180 away from today's goal. Let's go on a little run there. Let's knock that out. What do you say? Or get it inside of 150 by the time we ring the bell.
Sure.
And rattle the cans and pitch around our e-beggar cup in about 45 minutes. We're going to do that. Let's see if we can knock that goal down a little bit. We started at 200. I think we can get it there. 180 away from tonight's goal. There's Streamlabs, PayPal, and of course Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo. Zen Rhino says the Tampa Accords are a bunch of gay shit that Cardiff Electric came up with. They said her GoFundMe is currently at $57,000.
Well, good for her. Because you know what I thought? I kind of cringed when I heard that she resigned. She should have let them fire her, because then wouldn't you get like severance or something? Unemployment.
Yeah.
You get something. If you resign, you don't get any of that.
I think she knew the writing was on the wall. She's like, you know what? I'm just going to get
So let them fire her. Just wait for the firing.
I think this was probably her first experience with like internet mobs and like comment mobs.
So she just got out of
and
Dodge?
she just got the fuck out of there.
I get it, but man.
April, write down that goddamn collection plate. We still haven't ordered that fucking thing. We're so stupid.
What collection plate?
The church collection plate we were going to get for the last 5 minutes.
I'm so sorry.
Matt says, can I crash an evening show? Well, when you come and co-host next Wednesday's show, then we'll talk about it. You can get you on some evening. Magnum DUI with $10 says, still trolling. Am I doing this wrong? Nah, you're doing it great. In fact, everyone should throw us $10 when they decide to troll us. I think that's a great idea. 175 away from knocking it out. There's all the PayPal, Streamlabs, and Venmo links there in the chat as well. Thank you, Magnum DUI. PETA is now, I kind of actually respect this from PETA. There's been studies that have been coming out that plants feel pain and they like let out a scream.
Oh.
Yeah, like they make noises of pain when they're being cut into and harvested and whatnot. So PETA says that, if that's the case, then pretty soon you're going to have to start only eating fruit that falls from trees. You gotta get, but
can you imagine?
I mean, you gotta respect them for that. At least they're consistent. They don't just go, oh shit, vegetables can feel pain, and that's our whole thing about people not eating meat is you're killing these creatures that feel pain and all this other stuff. And like they could easily just go, it's not settled science. We're not really thinking about that right now, and just kind of like pass it off. But they're actually sticking with their principles.
So by that standard, then, if an animal falls over, can I then eat it?
Now that's a good question,
isn't it? I'd like to know.
Yeah, like how do you if
unprovoked
a cow just drops
dies.
dead, can I cut pieces of him off and eat them?
Isn't it wasteful to not?
If a cow's just walking around and it drops dead, I don't know if you just want to start eating that. Sight unseen.
Nah, you cook it out.
Yeah, no testing, no anything.
What are you going to get, cow AIDS?
Yeah, mad cow disease. I've watched someone die of mad cow disease. It's fucking brutal. That's like the worst disease you can get is mad
How do
cow.
you get it?
From eating tainted meat. And the worst part about mad cow disease, it can sit dormant in your system for decades.
Right, I know that part.
And just attack you one day. And just everything goes to shit.
Those are things I don't want to hear because like I love beef and all that. And I don't like thinking like, oh, this could be the one.
Well, the guy I know, they think he got it when he was in the service in Germany. and that maybe they didn't have the...
Dude, you can catch a lot of bad shit in Germany.
Yeah. A lot of good shit, but, they take the good with the bad. Kenneth, with renewing their membership for 3 months, says, Ayo, howdy, y'all. Hello, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you for your support of this program. 175 away from tonight's goal. So PETA now says that if it's true and plants can yell and scream and feel pain and all this stuff, then no more eating them. If we discover that they can, we may all become fruitarians, only eating what falls from the tree. It comes after a new study suggested the plant kingdom is able to produce alarm sounds while being cut, with distressed noises coming from tomato and tobacco plants, as well as corn and the grapevines used to make Cabernet Sauvignon.
Okay, they have to have the ability to record this then.
Record it and play it like the black hole noises?
Yes. If you can record a fucking black hole noise that isn't anywhere near here, you can record a fucking plant crying.
Well, see, now this is why...
I'll believe you.
Yeah, this is why I'm glad that I'm very consistent, because I don't give a shit about the animals that die that I eat.
You don't care about the pain.
Right. I don't care about the pain they feel. I mean, strangle a pig with piano wire. Like he's Maury or something. I don't give a shit about anything like that. I don't care how my food dies. Just get it to my fucking plate. I don't like these people who try to be moral about like how their meat dies and shit like that. It's like people could just tell you that story anyway. It doesn't really have to die that way. They could just tell you, oh yeah, this was free range as fuck. And oh yeah, this was ethical meat.
Okay, but free range, hold on. Free range does not mean they fucking died free on the range, okay? They were just free range and then you killed it and ate it.
It still got to your plate the same way. So, I don't know. I've never been someone who's like, oh, I'm going to eat the animal, but I'm going to pretend I'm one of the really, really good guys that does it. No, kill it. Send it to my plate. Hopefully
I love
it
animals.
tastes good.
I love animals. I'm all for eating them. It's fine.
I'm indifferent towards animals.
Oh, I fucking love animals.
They are what they are.
I've said it many times on here. I was supposed to be going to veterinary school once upon a time.
Yeah.
I love animals.
So, like, with me, if the animal feels pain, I don't care. So if the vegetable feels pain, I don't care. But at least PETA's being consistent here and saying, well, if it feels pain, we can't eat it. I actually, believe it or not, kind of respect PETA on this one.
I respect their consistency.
Yeah. PETA's vice president of programs, Elisa Allen, told Mail Online that the jury is still out on whether plants feel pain. If we discover that they can, we may all become fruitarians and only eat what falls from the trees. There you go.
I don't know. Because are you stopping animals now? Okay, yeah, here, I'll fucking ruin your plans. So you're upset about animals and being put through the pain, so now you let the animals just sit in the field and eat and be merry and live their life. But those things are eating plants. Those things are biting off plants. They're not eating fruit falling from trees.
And those plants, those plants are feeling pain while the animals do that.
So what are you going to do now? Slaughter all the animals because they're killing and hurting plants?
Yeah, now we're running into a little catch-22.
Good one.
Oh, man. Yeah, now you've really fucked PETA.
Can you imagine all the poor kelp in the ocean and how much it cries when a whale goes by?
Time to start whaling. What, all of a sudden PETA becomes like for killing certain animals?
Thank you, though. That's exactly my point.
Yeah.
Are you going to start whaling?
Like we need to start. We here at PETA now endorse Japanese efforts to whale in the Pacific Ocean. Why? They eat a lot of plant life and it hurts them really bad.
Oh.
So, and we really like the candles that are made out of them and the blubber and.
Dude, this makes me desperately want to watch the blowing up of dead whales on the beach.
Aren't they like selling whale? Are they selling whale meat in vending machines in Japan now?
Yeah.
I think they sell whale meat.
There's a lot of other countries.
And bear meat.
A lot of other countries that make use of whale meat. Just not here, obviously.
Martin with $15 over on PayPal. Thank you very much, Martin.
Thank you.
Very kind of you. 160 away from tonight's goal. Thank you, guys. We are getting close to striking distance, which is under that 150 number. And we've got about 35 minutes until we rattle the can. So thank you, guys. 160 away from tonight's goal. Your Huckleberry says, Aaron, tell us how you feel about geese.
Oh, please, master.
There is not a form of death that a geese could endure that I would find to be too extreme.
What? Are you saying if somebody was holding his little bulbous noggin and wound him around a small tree
Go
with
ahead.
his neck?
Make me come. I don't give a shit.
Whoa.
I mean, any way a goose dies is a good goose death.
What is your fantasy goose death? And we're not promoting it. It's just what have you dreamt?
This one's real.
Oh.
Riding on a bicycle. And I can't decide if it's a baseball bat or a sickle.
Oh, fuck.
But it's one of the two. And I just aim for those big, stupid goosenecks and just bam. Like a cavalry charge.
There is something satanic about them. Like, you can be just walking by on the sidewalk, like walking your dog or something, and if they're in the grass 10 feet away from you, they will chase you and hiss.
And, like, they don't understand that they're a very fuck-upable animal.
Yeah.
Like, motherfucker, if I got a tennis racket, you're in trouble. And they'll sit there and, like...
Give them a nice spanking.
It's like, you understand that I could take this and I could beat your fucking tiny little goofy head in.
I would pump the brakes on your hissing efforts because of your sockets. But
oh, yeah, I'm not supposed to be doing that.
Yeah.
Right side of my mouth is already starting to hurt.
Yeah. You're in a bad way tonight.
Yeah. I'm not in the best shape, but I'm manning up to do a show for you guys this evening.
Yeah, geese, though. Geese are fucking assholes. And the stupid part is if you feel threatened, you've got wings, you can fly. You don't have to chase me. Just get out of here.
Yeah, if you had wings, you could fly. Let them contemplate. But they glance in the cut and they see their homie Nate.
Yeah.
That's the problem. Yeah, people are saying ducks. I don't really have a beef with ducks.
No, ducks are great.
Well, I didn't say that. I just said I don't have a beef with them.
Do you remember for the last 3 years, I've had the same duck couple that come and sit in the yards around our neighborhood and sit on top of the rooftops, and I see them every day. They're back. I meant to tell you that. I saw them the other morning.
Yeah, see, you just let me put to test how I feel about ducks. Didn't give a shit about
really
anything
love
you
those
just said.
ducks.
Don't care.
They make me feel good because I know that better days are coming.
But ducks can be cunty too.
No, they can't.
Yeah.
I don't think so.
Ducks can get hissy.
I love ducks. I think they're non-hissy. I think they're cute. They taste good. They're pretty.
Geese and deer are my two least favorite.
I'm in a bad...
I wouldn't mind deer or geese being violently murdered in front of me by anything.
I'm in a bad way with deer because I find them to be like beautiful creatures and I love them, but I also hunt them.
They're shitbags though.
They're total shitbags.
Yeah.
They're flea bags? I don't know.
They're pieces of shit. They're dicks.
They run into cars.
Yeah.
They don't make sense.
They're really rude to
You'll
humans.
run into my car, but you won't come across my deer stand. Fuck your mother.
Right, like I'll spend a month and a half in hunting season, then it's way too cold. April spent like 4 months out in the freezing cold, and she'll not even see one of these fucking things.
They're all on the road though when I leave.
But then when you drive home, it's like they're trying to Chris Benoit, like flying headbutt your
their whole
windshield.
family.
Yeah.
My God.
They're all
right
trying
there.
to commit seppuku. Right there on the hood of your car.
I will hunt every second I get right up until the end of fucking New Year's Eve.
Yeah.
And those fucking deer don't show up until it's nighttime on the road.
So it's quitting time. Don Lemonzade says, Aaron, you versus Goose. You go golf club or baseball bat? Baseball bat. It's a little more wieldable for the... You're talking about the cavalry charge? Or is this just on foot?
Like
on foot, I'm going with the golf club because I think an iron around a goose's neck is a fun concept. But if it's on a bike or if it's a cavalry charge, I got to go with the bat. It's more handleable.
I will say, though, there aren't many animals that make me feel the way geese do. Like maybe seagulls. Seagulls are really stupid. I have like this weird, probably because of where I grew up, I've got like a really like a majestic admiration of nature, including animals, like all nature, landscapes, and creatures.
Sure.
Except for geese, honestly. Sharks are assholes.
David with $10. Thank you very much. A-hole Doug says, damn, I did something right. I donated to the e-beggar. Hey, attaboy. Hey.
Thanks.
Best e-beggars in the business, might I add. 150 away from knocking it out. Thank you very much, guys. 150 away from tonight's goal and adding an extra half hour to the end of his end of the show. Sid Saraf says, I think Aaron's mouth is hurting. You can tell by his face.
I just noticed...
the right side's starting to get a little puffy.
I noticed about 3 minutes ago you kind of changed demeanor a little bit.
Yeah. A little crankier.
You look cranky too, yeah.
I'm hanging in there, guys.
It'll be all right.
We've got more than enough stuff for this evening's program. Oh, we didn't do the Alex Stein thing yet. We'll do that in a little bit.
Did he do more?
Yeah, Alex has been like just shitting on everybody lately, like in a really fun way. He's been getting in trouble everywhere he goes. It's kind of fun.
He's suing AOC.
Is that a go? He's really suing her for the
Oh, I thought that was real.
block. Oh yeah, for blocking him on Twitter.
Yeah.
Because you're not supposed to be able
Yeah,
to
you
do
can't
that,
do that.
if you're an elected official. Yeah. What's funny about that is that's something that the Democrats started under Trump. So this is like how this works. If a Republican wants to be cunty to someone and like use the power of government against that person to make them look like a dick, they don't understand that when Democrats now get a chance next time, they're going to do that back to you.
Sure.
So like so in this case, it was the Democrats doing first, but it goes both ways. Like Democrats be like, we hate this president. He blocked me on Twitter. I'm going to get him in trouble for that. Well, now Alex Stein is using your blueprint to fuck with and troll Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. He's now suing her because he did the big booty Latina thing, and then she blocked him on Twitter.
How dare you misgender her?
So Alex has been fucking around at these trans protests. He's fucking around with Opie, fucking around with CNN.
Trump.
And now he's fucking around with the Dallas Morning News. Like, he's getting all over the place.
CNN.
Yeah. Like, he goes from New York to Dallas, and instead of going like, man, I need a nap, I've been doing a lot of shit lately. Now I'm going to go fuck with the Dallas Morning News.
Because why not?
I guess they wanted to do an interview with him.
Okay.
And then he wanted to record it so they couldn't pull any bullshit.
Yeah.
And then they got real edgy about it and decided to pull the interview, so he threw a tantrum in their offices.
So clearly they just wanted to like chop it up.
I guess.
Well, that's kind of what that says, because if you're not going to chop it up, you're like,
Right.
that's fine.
Why else would you say no to that?
Right.
Yeah. TFATK, good to see you, buddy. He says, sup, Steel Toe Morning Show and wifey, let's go Lakers. How's
your bracket?
I'm a Timberwolves fan. No, it's pro. This is pro.
Oh, that is pro. Shit.
I'm a Timberwolves fan, so I don't give a shit. We're never good enough to matter. As far as the Lakers go, fuck them there. I don't know. Look, man, ever since we traded Garnett, we've been shit. We've been inconsequential. So it's been 20 years since I've given a shit. I was in high school the last time I gave a shit about pro basketball. Sorry. So if you're a Lakers fan, go Lakers. I don't have enough passion in my system for basketball anymore. Stevie J says, Aaron looks good with resting bitch face. I like resting bitch face. That's my thing. Well, then jerk away, I suppose.
You have it a lot too. If Aaron is reading something or like texting, you got it. That's why I've
got the resting bitch face.
I always ask him, like, are you all right? Why so serious? You look mad.
Yeah, and whenever
you get crinkly right here.
The irony of that is whenever someone says that to me and I'm not, it makes me that. Like if someone goes,
sometimes it's concerning how bad it looks.
Like if I'm texting something and I'm like this.
Right, that's accurate.
And then they're like, are you okay? And I'm like, I was, until you fucking asked me if I'm okay.
Well, this is me texting. And you're like,
I'm old and I need to focus on everything
you're a
I do.
curmudgeon when you're reading or typing.
I could be reading something happy and I need to focus with every fiber of my being to read that text and respond to it. If I have any outside stimuli outside of reading and responding to that text, I'm going to lose my fucking mind.
Aaron can be looking at my tits and he still crinkles his face. You actually do get
I want to get a good
you
look.
You get aggressive and he tries to rip them off.
Yeah, I want to get a good look at your tits. Sorry for being a fan. Sorry for being a fan. JC says Chicago voted for an ultra-progressive, over-the-tough, on-crime, moderate Democrat. R.I.P. Chirac. Well, yeah, it doesn't surprise me. I mean, you got to... Look, people get the leadership that they vote for, and then they kind of get what they deserve. I don't want to hear Chicago bitch about this one. You know, you've already... You tried the last one. It turned into a hellhole.
Yeah,
and now you voted for someone who wants to do the same shit they did, probably even more of it.
We're lost.
I can't listen to you complain now. Going through that. Sid Saraf says, sorry, we don't believe you, April. Show your work. Now we're making pornos.
If I could somehow pull this off and show you how funny his face is, I would. I think his face is worth it.
The only thing is, I think my grabbing tit face right now would hurt the right side of my mouth.
It would.
It's a very...
Aaron's...
aggressive face.
You're not even allowed to do things that raise your blood pressure for a few days, and that's really fucking...
Yeah, they told me I can't raise
depressing as fuck.
Yeah, they told me I can't raise my blood pressure.
Well, because you have so many open sockets now that if you get the blood pulsating in there, it's not only going to hurt, it might start bleeding.
I had the audacity to ask them if I could go to boxing and spar tomorrow, and it was the most polite way a doctor has ever said, no, you retard. It was like this nicest way they've ever done that. They're like, oh, no.
Like they would have patted your head.
Yeah.
like this.
No, they would have gone. They would have yelled at me. Like, it's a dumb fucking question. Because I knew the answer before I asked it, but I just thought, hey, you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And so I asked him, and they're like, oh, no, I don't think you'll be doing that. And they go, as a matter of fact, you can't do anything that raises your blood pressure. So I said, so sauna, it's basically executive workout.
Yeah, he doesn't ask about me. You know, it's just, can I get a good sweat in or
Yeah,
not?
you mind if I get a good sweat in? A-hole Doug says, Mr. Imholt, how dare you look at your wife's melons? I know, right?
Aggressively, though.
How else are you supposed to look at tits? If you don't look at tits like a man ready to go in there, like a dauntless dive bomber in World War II ready to sink a Japanese character, then you're a mo as far as I'm concerned.
What is the face?
I don't know if I can do it right now. I have to have the tits in front of me.
You're a method actor, yeah.
Yeah, I'm like Daniel Day-Lewis. The camera's got to be rolling. I got to be in character.
I drink your milkshake, Eli.
Like, I can't just picture the tits in front of me right now and just go, that's not it.
That's close, though.
That looks like a chipmunk. I don't look like a chipmunk.
That's actually close.
When that happens. So, is Aaron actually autistic, says Black Ornament. I mean, I gotta be ticking a few boxes at the very least.
By today's standards, everybody's kind of on the spectrum on some level. So you're there. You're somewhere a little farther past some of us.
Yeah, Black Ornament. There might be a little bit of tism.
We did determine that they pulled your lyrical autism out.
Yeah,
with one
they
of your
pulled
teeth.
something out of my memory.
Because that wasn't
with one
good.
of those teeth. Yeah,
You've lost that.
B Smiley says we're all a little tistic here. A little bit. Dave says Aaron the Butcher. No, that was Daniel Plainview, not Bill the Butcher.
Daniel Plainview is the one that talks like this. I'm going to come to your mouth. Come to your mouth.
I'm going to come to your mouth.
Did I mention I just had oral surgery 24 hours ago and my mouth is starting to hurt? Did I?
I'm going to come to your mouth.
I'm going to come in your mouth, and you're going to enjoy it. It's going to be a homosexual experience, and you are going to...
I was trying to
It's going to be a different type of eruption, huh?
I was trying to read Foul Mouth Yoda's name in the chat. I was looking at the chat while I was doing an impression. It didn't work.
I'm going to come to your house and cut your throat. One night when you're asleep, I'm going to come to your house and cut your throat.
That's Daniel Plainview. Bill the Butcher is, I make a hand. And when I close that hand, I make a fist. And that's who controls the 5 points. See, I can't do Bill the Butcher as well as I can do,
I'm going to come in your mouth.
That would be a weird There Will Be Blood. Like if it was just Daniel Plainview made really aggressive gay threats at his competitors. Like if he's like,
all right, now you've said that you're going to compete against my company. Well, I'm going to pull down your trousers while you're asleep, and I'm going to forcefully put my penis into your asshole.
And then that's how the movie ends instead of the bludgeoning in the bowling alley?
Right. I'm going to anally have you in my bowling alley, and you're going to tell me that God is an illusion. And then after that, I'm going to leave you full of blood and cum.
Like that's a more intimidating villain.
Yeah.
Give me the blood, Lord.
Yeah, we could change the name of the movie. Aaron's breast binder says there will be cum.
There will be cum. And like I said, it's a different type of eruption out of the ground.
Exactly. Right, exactly.
I'm going to make it blow cum all over this desert.
Oh, so bleachy.
Yes.
God, that breeze would be awful.
Matt Fields with 190.
Excuse me, gentlemen, working on the rig. Yes, you. Make sure you're taking off your shirts while you're building the rig. Thank you. It's not an option. Yes.
Matt Fields with 199 says Tylenol Advil Stat reduces oral swelling. I just took some before the show.
That's what he has been prescribed to take every 6 hours. I am on it.
Kyle says Vince McMahon or Aaron, who has better facial hair?
Aaron. All day long. Vince
I
McMahon's
will force you to drink my milkshake, and by milkshake, I mean semen.
That's the movie There Will Be Cum, not to be confused with the Oscar-winning movie There Will Be Blood.
Cum Lords.
Yes.
Cum Lord. That is my nickname, the Cum Lord.
All right, $150 away from tonight's goal. If you feel like chipping in, there's all the links. 22 minutes away from rattling the cans and doing our e-beggar best to knock that out. Citizen M says, my skyrocketing blood pressure watching Cardiff's fake interview of, now that's autism. Yeah, you guys kind of embarrassed yourself getting mad at the potato on that one. I remember when I was looking in the chat, you guys were getting mad at the potato for not being a journalist. And I'm like, you guys understand you're the retards here. And they didn't They didn't want to buy it. I told you she likes Latin Aaron. Looks Argentinian, says Ricky Garcia. There you go. I look like an Argentinian.
You do?
According to Ricky Garcia. Yes. Mark the Spider Guy says, do not forget to like the stream. Oh, thank you, buddy. Yes, hit that like button. That is extremely helpful.
Thank you.
Let's do the Alex Stein thing now. And then we've got plenty of stuff left for overtime if we hit overtime tonight. But apparently, Alex Stein wanted to do an interview with the Dallas Morning News. But unfortunately, they went back, or he asked to do a video of it. And they said no. He said, the Dallas News just canceled my interview because I wanted to film it so they couldn't take me out of context and print lies about me. That's
understandable, right?
Well, then Alex decided he was going to go out swinging as they escorted him out of the building. Here we go.
True fashion.
Yeah. Once Alex realizes there's nothing he's going to get out of a certain organization and that there's nothing to lose, he kind of just goes out guns blazing.
Yep.
I'm a pimp! I'm a pimp! See, y'all laughing? Get off my jacket! Out. Get off my jacket! Get out. Get off my jacket! Get out. Get off!
Alex is going to punch someone in the face. He's going to slip one day.
I am nervous for him.
Because could you pour a little water in there? My mouth's getting a little dry, and I'm a man in need of water in my condition. Thank you very much. April had this made for me.
Need some.
One of my favorite lines from Game of Thrones: "Chaos is a ladder." There we go.
You're welcome.
But Alex is a big dude. And you can see sometimes in these videos, like when people put their hands on him a little too aggressively, the cheeriness goes away. And there is like a blink in there where Alex is like, hey, don't fuck with me.
Get off my nice jacket, you jerk.
Don't grab my jacket. Like there's a part of Alex that I think he smiles a lot when he's in these videos because he's trying not to punch someone.
He has to force the smile.
Yeah, there's a big beast in there somewhere you can provoke.
He does know how stupid, like remarkably stupid everyone is around him usually in these videos.
Because he can go from, I'm a pimp, on a blimp, I'm just good, I'm a pimp, the morning news, and then he'll go like, don't fucking,
Get off my jacket.
Get off my jacket. And you're like, whoa, this guy might hit me.
My jacket.
Thought he was just a goofball. He's a big dude, too. Like, guys like that, when they're goofing around and being funny, for some reason they shrink in the eyes of the people looking at them.
Right, like they're less than somehow.
Right. When I tell people I'm a little under 6'4", they go, wait, what? It's like, oh, because I'm being goofy and silly.
Yeah, he's way bigger than I am.
Yeah,
and Alex Stein somehow is bigger than you are.
Is he?
Oh, easy, I bet. Oh, yeah.
Alex and I were about the same
And I'm
height.
not saying he's fat or anything. He's just like a big dude.
My jacket! What are you gonna do about it? Quit touching me!
It's primetime 99.
See, I'm telling you, like, there's a little bit of I'll fuck that guy up for no reason.
I want his glasses. Those are cool.
Stein, we're here at the Dallas Morning News headquarters, about to do the candidate forum for HBISD Independent School Board.
Oh, that's right. He's running for school board in Texas.
It's fucking cool.
That is kind of fun.
I like
I hope
that.
he wins.
How y'all doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm good. I'm primetime 99. I'm a pimp on a blimp. Hey, I'm Ryan. Ryan! What's up, Ryan?
What's your name?
Alex Stein, primetime 99. Pimp on a blimp.
Mr. Stein, you have to turn it.
Alex, yeah, I want to keep it on.
No,
for safety.
Okay, let me excuse you then.
What do you mean?
Step out, please.
Wait, I'm trying to film.
See, they were waiting for a reason to kick him out.
All right. Oh, what's your name again? You
Right.
know who that is.
This guy got up right away and was like, you need to turn off your camera. He's like, no. Okay, you're leaving. Like, they were looking for a reason to kick this guy out the minute he walked in.
Just little watchdogs.
Yeah.
Really.
This for my candidate. Right. Yeah. Well, there's no filming in the meeting. Well, I'm going to film the meeting just for safety purposes. There's cameras in this building. Wait, so after I turn off my phone, listen, I got to have this on for safety purposes. Look at the fake news media scared to do an interview because I have a cell phone camera. They're not even in their own offices. Look at this. How pathetic are you guys? I mean, y'all won't conduct an interview because I want to record it? You guys have cameras here. Yeah, no, I'm here to do an interview. Wait, yeah.
We're not interviewing you. Come on.
Yeah,
That is kind of gross. So they scheduled an
pretty
interview.
gross.
They told him to be there. And because he brought a camera, they want to... Oh, that's gross. That's so egotistical that you want to control... You can't be an honest news media organization if you're saying, no, we have to control the message. We have to
Right.
control how this sounds. So you can't have a secondary version of it.
Right. I need to be able to chop this however I need it to be.
Right. You can't chop this up as a video. That's our job.
And you know, He could go into these things like wearing a wire or something, but that doesn't expose them the way this does, like
Right.
bringing in your phone and making it obvious that you want to film it, which seems innocent enough.
Right.
Are you canceling the interview? Yeah. Oh, okay. So this is what it is. A bunch of fake news media. You're a liar. You're a coward. Look at this. They're afraid to let me speak. They're afraid to let me speak. I do what I want. Look, they're kicking me out. This guy he doesn't want to hear me. They don't want to hear what I have to say. They don't want to hear what I have to say.
They're
Alex.
laughing.
Oh,
They're having a good
fun.
time. Yeah.
I really do like Alex.
Because I'm a pimp. I'm a pimp. See, y'all laughing. Get off my jacket. Out. Get off my jacket. Get out. Get off my jacket. Get out. Get off my jacket. What are you going to do about it? Quit touching me. I'm not touching you. I'm not going to elevator with you guys. Listen, the fake news media.
He doesn't shut the fuck
He's
up.
going to walk down the entire staircase yelling that.
Yeah, he's like Ali at a press conference. He just will not shut the fuck up. He's and I'm the greatest. And I told you I'm the greatest. I'm going to knock this big old mummy, I'm going to knock him out in 6 rounds. And it's like,
I'm the best, man.
Yeah.
I did it.
you gotta look at Alex. You're like, Alex, everyone left a half hour ago. I'm a pimp. I'm a blimp.
The Dallas Morning News. Oh, I'm sorry. So am I. I'm working too, sweetheart.
I'm working too, sweetheart. He even went
God.
1950. I'm working too, sweetheart. See?
I mean, he's going to do something good with this, I'm sure.
See, this is way better than him actually doing the interview.
Yes, this is great. He wins either way.
Yeah.
You guys all are pathetic liars, propaganda.
Holy shit, that's the biggest newsroom I've ever seen. I didn't know newspapers got to have staff anymore.
That is pretty big.
I thought they only had like 3 people working there at this point.
Right.
Good for them.
Liars. Y'all are pathetic losers. Won't even interview me. I'm the pimp on the plan. Not y'all, the fake news, Dallas Morning garbage. I'm a real pimp. Why don't y'all write that down? Oh, because y'all are all too scared to tell the truth.
They're too scared to call him a pimp.
Don't you just love his voice echoing through that lobby?
Yeah, he's just shouting a maniac.
I'm going to shout it from a mountaintop.
Do you think at any point while he's sitting there echoing through the canyons of this newsroom,
Right.
do you think at any point they probably just went, maybe we should have just fucking interviewed him?
Yeah.
And then he would have left.
Yeah. No, once he has walked out of that building, they're going to look at each other and be like, that fucking guy. But then they're like, we should have just let him do the interview because that would have
Yeah, we should have just asked him the questions and then he wouldn't have screamed throughout our entire office. Citizen M says he's just wrong here, though. You can't record in private spaces if you're asked not to. Well, I mean, he did leave.
Yeah, he did. I guess he left.
I mean, he
he
didn't-
made a scene.
Yeah,
of
he made a
course, but-
scene, but he did leave the premises. I mean, so like, I feel like he kind of knows how far you can push it. And then he pushes it right up to that
right.
level and then a little beyond it.
I'm sure based on the people he goes around, I'm sure he's done a little research.
Yeah.
You know.
So I think I think Alex is more entertaining not doing the interview than doing the interview. And I think the newspaper would have been better off just doing the interview.
Had they known what was coming,
Yeah.
yes.
Thank you very much from Patty B Cakes. $10 on PayPal from Patty B Cakes. Thank you very much. Guys, we are only 140 away from knocking out tonight's goal. Thank you guys very much. About 15 minutes away from firing up the music and rattling the cans. There's the Streamlabs link, the PayPal link, at Steel Toe Media Inc. on Venmo. Super chats, new memberships, they all count. 150 away, or 140, excuse me, away from knocking it out tonight. Again, thank you all very much for that. Dolly's Llama says Aaron is definitely the little finger of the podcast world.
Ooh.
Well, I didn't realize this until Corey was on MLC today, that I basically can do booking for Misery Loves Company.
Sure.
I didn't know I could do that. I go on a rant in the morning and that guy's booked as a guest, which is, by the way, the worst way to shut me up.
Because now you're going to talk about
Now
that.
I know that Kevin's watching and Kevin gets very sensitive if I say anything like that. And then that guy gets booked as a guest that afternoon. I can have all my guys on there.
I honestly, like, the name Kevin Brennan does not cross my mind until you bring it up.
Yeah, I find Kevin,
This is you.
that existence and that concept very funny. Kevin doesn't make me upset. I'm not mad at Kevin Brennan. I just think he's kind of a wacky kind of personality, you know? It's just kind of weird when a really non-intimidating guy yells at people like he's intimidating. It's always strange because it's like watching a little kid bow up to somebody, or like the chicken hawk in the Foghorn Leghorn cartoons.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah, little one.
You're just like, what? Who do you think you're fucking yelling at? Like, I mean, this is a guy who he's had his ass kicked by other comics before, and his co-hosts have threatened to beat the shit out of him. I mean, this is not a guy that he starts yelling and people go, whoa, don't mess with this guy. Yeah. So, Stevie J says, if Aaron is Littlefinger, who is Reek? Johnny? No.
Reek doesn't really have a relationship with Littlefinger.
No, not really. Thank you very much to Steve for the $5 over on Venmo. Thank you, sir. Very nice of you. 135 away from, again, knocking out tonight's goal. Dave Phillips says Brennan is scared of Bobby Kelly. I don't want to think that Brennan is scared of us. I don't know. I kind of thought less of him today when he booked Corey after I kind of punked him out for not booking Corey. It's like, well, stick to your guns now. I even said during this morning's show, I go, now I've put Kevin in a weird position.
Mm-hmm.
You know, where now if he books him, it looks like he's only doing it because I punked him out. So what you got to do is you got to keep not having him on for like 3-4 days and then have him on and it looks like your idea.
Sure.
C says, oh, Kevin Brennan, now there is comedy gold. That's just dickish sarcasm. Cockdiff says that show has zero content, just a bald guy yelling and gossiping. That's why I think Corey would be a great addition to that show. He'd give Bob Kelly someone to be fun with, which I think is kind of needed.
Bob Kelly?
Did I say Bob Kelly? Bob Levy. I'm sorry. My mouth hurts. What can I say?
You know what? And he gets to wear that.
Teeth.
He gets to use that whenever he wants right now.
Yeah, I get to use that now.
We scared the kids with his teeth today.
Yeah, we showed the kids the rotted out wisdom tooth, and I think they just started brushing and flossing the rest of the time they were here.
Feverishly.
Yeah, they never left the bathroom.
I will tell you this much: I'm not opening that thing again. The last time I opened it to show the kids, it stinks.
Yeah.
It's that rotten one.
You got to clean that out, or
you know what I could do? I could put it in resin. Somebody gave me that idea on Twitter too. You could just pour them in clear resin.
Patrick says, I'm not seeing any goal being met tonight. Oh, shit. We're only 135 away. It's pretty doable, but maybe Patrick's right. We'll see. There's the links in the chat. 2 suspects in Columbus, Ohio, are accused of robbery after they allegedly became enraged over their order at a Chipotle restaurant. On Tuesday, March 28th, Columbus, how could you get enraged about a Chipotle restaurant? You sit there and watch it get made.
I'll tell you. When they're out of fajita veggies and they don't fucking go make me some.
But I mean, they will replace that.
No, sometimes they don't.
Well, then go to another place. They make
What if you're just hungry for that one thing?
The food is right there in front of you. You can see what's available. They make it right in front of you. Chipotle is the least surprising place you can possibly order food from. It's literally right in front of you.
Nor is the diarrhea shits the next day surprising.
Okay, that part shouldn't be surprising either.
No, you should see that coming.
Yeah.
A mile away.
So, like, as far as like getting mad and like wrecking a Chipotle because they ran out of something, like they're sitting there making it for you. Say something while they're making it. On Tuesday, March 28th, Columbus police responded to reports of a robbery in the 400 block of South High Street near East Livingston Avenue. There, 2 customers reportedly became enraged over an order in which they demanded more cheese. Well, fucking chill for a little bit.
The cheese.
They will get you more cheese.
Oh, we fucking got enraged over the cheese. It must be their brain cells are tainted from the train derailment.
Yeah, yes, they don't know how to control their
just
anger.
Angry now.
My secret, I'm always angry. Yeah, here's how you handle that at Chipotle. Say you're making my burrito. Could you put some cheese on there?
Oh, sir, we're out of cheese.
No, they weren't out of cheese.
Oh, wait.
No, just put some cheese on there.
Oh, okay, sure. Sprinkle.
Could you put a little more than that on there?
A little bit of upcharge. Is that okay?
Yeah, let's go ahead. Okay, cool. Okay. See, problem solved. Unless you're dealing with the dickiest Chipotle in the world who said, I put that much cheese on and that much cheese only. If you've got the I die on the worst hills possible Chipotle that you're dealing with, then I could see you reacting this way.
Is there anything ever that you could see yourself getting actually upset and like having to even just verbally address somebody over at a Chipotle?
To me, it's like forcing someone out at second base in baseball. To me, ordering food from a fast food place is such a neighborhood play. Like if you got close, that's good. It's like a putt, pick it up.
Not Chipotle, but I will point out one instance, and we've talked about it on the show before, when you and I got truly pissed. Do you remember what it was?
It was probably not a neighborhood play. It was probably they fucked it up by a country mile.
It was Popeyes. Do you remember?
Oh, they wouldn't give us the fucking sauces because I couldn't find the goddamn receipt?
Not only that, they got our food wrong the first time, so we had to go back around that time, and then we realized there wasn't any sauce, and then they would not give you the sauces.
Okay, that did piss me off.
It was fucking awful.
But that's not a neighborhood play.
They're like, oh, I don't remember you coming through the drive-thru. We went through twice.
We went through twice. That one did piss me off.
That was fucking awful.
That one sucked.
That one was like, you and I at that point said, we're never fucking eating here again. And that.
And you know what? There is the Subway by our house that we will not go to anymore either.
There is a
septum piercing.
Piercing there. I'm just going to call it the septum piercing.
She's just a septum piercing. That's all she does.
I brought our oldest there once, just me and her, to get some sandwiches. And she was the only one working there. And it took, I shit you not, almost 30 minutes to get our whole order done. Because there was one gentleman ahead of us. And then you didn't have much better luck with her.
No, she was sitting there texting while I'm standing there waiting to order.
Oh, God.
Over by the cash register. And I'm like, I just go, on your time.
I don't know if she was high. I don't know if she's just pure laziness. I don't know what that was. It was remarkable.
But as far as it takes a lot for me to say anything at a fast food place because I grant them the benefit of the doubt that they're not the most accomplished laborers yet.
Sure, you just paid $9 for a meal.
Right. But there's some shit where I'm like, okay, guys, we got to move this along. This is now getting brutal. This is hard to watch. Rouse Sauce with $5 says, here's to less can rattling. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rouse Sauce. That's very generous of you. 1:30. Away from knocking it out tonight. Let's see if we can get there. We got about 5 minutes until we rattle the cans. $5 from Loaded Wrench says Tooth Fairy Fund. Thank you, Loaded Wrench. 125 away from knocking it out tonight. Thank you.
Oh, maybe the Tooth Fairy will visit tonight.
Well, let's finish this story and then maybe someone, you know what? Someone can contribute on PayPal and make their name the Tooth Fairy. Perfect.
I was saying that I will be the Tooth Fairy and,
Oh.
Fuck it. Never mind.
Thought you were calling me a homosexual. Tooth Fairy. You mean you're going to murder me and then eat a Blake painting? It's Red Dragon. The suspects cornered one employee and ripped off her hat. Again, all because of cheese. Then engaged in a fight when other employees came to the first employee's aid. One of the suspects pulled out a gun while the other repeatedly said, shoot them.
Jesus Christ, over some cheese?
And they say cops are the ones that need to practice de-escalation. They then damaged the restaurant by throwing chairs and trash cans. On their way out of the restaurant, one of the suspects took a cell phone from a person. So you just robbed somebody.
Guys, this isn't okay behavior.
That's the way the Chipotle looked. So they didn't get enough cheese on their burrito. So they cornered an employee, ripped their hat off, put a gun to their head, and stole a random person's cell phone and then trashed the joint.
Can't you just take it home and put a little extra sprinkle on if you really need it that bad?
Right. Couldn't you just, look.
Can't you just skip the cheese that day?
Just take it home.
Your gut will thank you.
Handle it that way.
I've been in a punch-up with a dozen monkeys.
That's what?
Whoa.
What the hell did you say?
Guys, the monkeys are attacking us.
I have no idea what that has to do with that story.
Uh-oh.
Oh, yeah, there we go. There's the guy holding the gun.
God.
Jesus Christ, man.
Make this stop. That's a woman, wasn't it?
It was a woman with him. The two suspects became enraged when they did not receive cheese on their Chipotle order. Oh, that
is fucked
sounds like
up.
a guy who's got a good eye on his future.
Sounds like someone you should have babies with.
Oh.
Right?
Well, they
like
probably.
all of them? Like 6 of them, maybe?
They might have a couple already. Who knows?
What?
Who knows? Waffle House is pissed that Chipotle is stealing their market shares, says Stevie J. You know what? That's after the chair throwing and the fighting at that one Waffle House. Yeah, probably a little bit. They do seem to be, those two restaurants do seem to be fighting over the same dollar.
Do you think that she sat there and encouraged him? Or
remember,
do you think she's embarrassed?
She's the one who said, shoot him.
Oh, I didn't know if that was for sure her saying
Yeah, that was the other assailant. She was the one screaming, shoot. It's always the bitches that get you in fights. It's always
they rile you up.
Yeah, broads are always getting guys in fights because they there's no risk for them.
She's about So what? He asked for extra cheese or something. She's like, "Oh hell no, they're not giving you that extra cheese. You should be pissed about that.
You should be a man about that."
And then he pulls rectify that.
Right, and then he pulls a gun, and then instead of going like, "No, honey, that's terrible. You could get arrested, and it could, really complicate our lives, and you wouldn't be able to get a job, and that would be a felony on your record." Instead, she said, "No, shoot him, baby, unless you ain't got no dick." It's like, what the fuck are you doing to this guy? You can't back down now.
I like it when you talk like that.
Oh man, that's a good accent. One of my really good impressions. All right, guys, here we go. We got to get, we're going to knock out this last, what was it? Do we end up at 125? Yeah, that last 125. We got to knock that out here in the last 5 minutes. So if you feel like chipping in, if you're one of those very generous listeners who goes, you know what? I'm going to see where the goal is tonight. That's going to determine whether I chip in or not. Well, if you guys feel like throwing in, let's go ahead and start the music. Let's fire it up. Let's see if we can knock out that 125. And let's see if we can add another 30 minutes onto the clock for you. Here you go. Fire it up. And off we go. 125.
You got it.
Away from knocking it out. Let's see if we can do it. There's the PayPal, the Streamlabs, the Venmo. And, of course, if we knock it out, we add another 30 minutes on the clock. Super chats and new memberships count as well. Let's fire it up for the old Tooth Fairy and see if we can knock out that last 125 tonight. Again, 5 minutes on the clock, and away we go. Let's see if we get there.
Having too much fun to stop.
I think like 10 people ought to be able to knock this out. I think we can handle this one in pretty short order. PayPal and Streamlabs, the best way to go. Venmo, another great way to go. They take the smallest percentages. If you're looking at what kind of,
where does your money go?
Where does your money go the furthest?
Yeah.
But Super Chat's much more convenient. Totally get that. New memberships, that's a month-by-month thing. That helps knock down the goal on a on a monthly basis too. Siddharth with $30. Thank you very much, buddy.
Thank you.
Pro Guns with $6.66 says I'd use a hedge trimmer on geese. That's to
trim their feathers or
yes.
What?
Of course. Guys, that's going to knock us down to only $90 away. So that's going down quick. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
To the two of you for starting it off here during this little can-rattling, lovely e-beggar segment. Dave Chandler showing up tonight with $50. What a guy.
Thank you, David.
$50 from David. So you guys are guaranteed 30 extra minutes now. $40 away from tonight's goal. We'll hit it whether right now or we'll hit it in that extra 30. Bigfoot is real. We are renewing his membership for the 5th month.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you very much. All right, guys, just finish up for old David Chandler there.
Clean it up.
And we'll hit that last 40. And we got a bunch more stuff for you for overtime. Don't worry. We've got a plenty. I left some stuff. Rebel the Uncanny says you're like Jimmy and Tammy Faye without the preaching. Hallelujah.
Oh,
you don't think we do any preaching here? It's just not very godly, that's all.
No.
Yeah. We do preaching on this show.
Tiny bit.
Yeah. Preach my balls off.
Preach teeth right out your mouth.
Yeah, exactly. I preached so hard I rotted my teeth. Bigfoot is real with $9.99. 35 away from knocking it out tonight. You guys are right there knocking on the door. Thank you very much for supporting Steel Toe the last 2+ years now.
Thank you.
Being online only. We do appreciate that. You got any problems with seals? Says Amanda Hug and Kiss. I mean,
No.
fucked up question, but no. Very
Seals
weird.
are lovely. I like seals.
Rupert says, now your bark is definitely worse than your bite. Oh, thank you. Because I had 3 teeth pulled. And I'm starting to be in pain from it. Marquise with $10 says, beg harder, you media harlot. Wow.
Ooh,
that is an
fancy.
aggressive 10 you just sent us. 25.
Thank you, Marquise.
Away from knocking it out. Thank you very much. You beautiful black bisexual. He's a triple B. That Marquise. 25 away. We got about a minute and a half left in this 5-minute period, and then we'll start overtime. If you missed tonight's show, probably worth going back and checking out. Pretty funny. We got through this first 2 hours really quick.
Really fast.
Golden Shower Guy says, wouldn't you make more money on your local street corner? No. Have you seen the economy? It's terrible out there. Much safer can rattling in here.
Yeah.
Oh,
It's
God.
clean.
Zen Rhino says, coming down to the wire. Not really. Once they're inside of 50, we do the half hour anyway. We'll see if they knock out that last 25 in these in this next minute, or if they do it while we're talking about stories and doing some shit for overtime. Patrick says, Aaron, you hurting, brother? A little bit. I'm aching a little bit.
I predict that once these cameras turn off, you're going to look at me like...
Yeah, once the, what do they call that? Once the show energy wears off.
The show energy's gone.
I'll just be going, motherfucker. That shit hurts.
Better get right to bed tonight.
All right, 25 away. Streamlabs, PayPal, Super Chats, memberships. Gary Crouch with $4.99 says you should make the begging music your theme song for your radio show. There we go. $20 away from being at zero for the night. Thank you guys very much. About 20 seconds left in regulation here. I think we would call this a draw with MSO, even though we're going to do the 30 minutes. Technically, we did come up $20 short in regulation, so I would give MSO a draw and Patrick a draw on their prediction tonight. All right, here we go. 5 seconds left. There you go. All right. Well, guys, while we're doing the last half hour here, let's knock out that last 20. Gentleman bystander says, did you check Streamlabs?
Probably not.
Oh, did I miss a comment? I'm sorry. It shows up in PayPal, just not the comments when I do it that way. Sorry if I fucked that up. Oh, the $10 from Gentleman bystander said, fuck the whales. Cetaceans are all pricks. There you go. Jive Turkey, don't leave me. I'm insecure with silence. All right, there we go. Got all the Streamlabs ones with the comments out of the way. All right, 20 away while we're doing overtime here. Let's get that taken care of and then call her good for the night. And then just 2 morning shows left to go. Let me open up these last 3 stories that we've got. I'm sorry, April, go ahead.
Do you know that tonight I'm going to have to get you up? You're going to have to pick a time either between 1 and 3 to take your next round of meds to keep that swelling down.
Yeah.
That's the next time frame. 1 to
Shit.
3, so you got to pick one.
About 12:30. All right, wake me up at 12:30. I'll do it then.
Okay.
I'll do it at...
You can have a little pudding cup.
Oh, that's right. I
got him fun little pudding cups.
I get a pudding cup with my medicine. I have to take 3 Advil and a Tylenol.
Yeah, that's pretty
So
hard
they
on
want
your
me
stomach.
to eat food. I never get that. Like when it comes to ibuprofen and all that shit, you're really a Nazi about that shit.
It's hard on your stomach.
Eating. It never has been for me.
It's not a matter of opinion. It's physically hard on your stomach. You can get ulcers taking painkillers like that someday.
Before I met you, though, I'd never heard that. It was always just the water.
It's not
the pills.
untrue. It's in the instructions they send with you. They tell you on the phone it can cause nausea and stomach problems.
The little can of little Advils?
Yes.
Fuck me. Gentleman bystander says it can and will eat your stomach lining.
Yes, absolutely it will. So you've been doing that for 30, well, I've been around for 3 years, so 33 years.
Shit. Dave Phillips says, Dr. April making up stuff.
I am not making up stuff, I promise.
Yeah, I've always just taken the water, thrown the pills
Yeah,
back.
most guys do. They just fucking choke that shit down dry sometimes.
Jay Santos says, shut up about your tooth, sissy. Other people are bringing up my tooth, and then I just use it as an opportunity to talk about it.
He's using it as a little sympathy play.
Foul Mouth Yoda says, Advils taste like candy. They do. Golden Shower Guy says, shouldn't you take your dick pills earlier than that? Oof.
Well, he can't fuck, apparently, because he can't get his blood pressure up.
Yikes. Was that...
We're both suffering here.
Was that supposed to be your big... The dick pill joke was... Oof.
What?
That was rough. Just the joke.
Wasn't that just supposed to be funny?
That was a bomberoony. Yeah, no, I'm saying it was not the best joke in the world. But
Home run, Jefferson. Go to break.
There you go. The next one will be a home run. I promise you'll come up. Just take your time. You'll come up with a good one.
Aaron's vagina hurts.
Who said my vagina hurts? Dave Phillips?
Yeah.
My vagina feels great.
How's your moose knuckle?
Oh, my moose knuckle feels like $1 million. Oh. 18. Now, a lot of people get mad when you report on shit like this. We're kind of finding out, you know how vaping, like probably 7-8 years ago, people were looking at vaping as like the alternative to cigarettes that was like better for you and everything else.
Pretty big, yeah.
Now we're finding out that it's like breathing in way too hot of like boiling steam water.
Yeah,
and it can like
yourself.
turn your lungs into burnt popcorn and shit.
It can fuck up your nasal cavity too.
Yeah, like the vaping that a lot of these people are doing is way too hot. It's not supposed to be ingested that way. Vaping, I feel like, is kind of fallen out of favor in the last 5 years or so.
You haven't seen it as much.
Yeah, the research they've done on it just makes you go,
You're steaming your lungs.
You're basically steaming your lungs. People are like, you know what? Give me the cigarettes back. I think I'll just suck on the cancer.
Do they have a filter on them? Okay, then.
At least that cancer takes like 30 years to hit me.
Sure, the steam's going to hurt instantly.
Yeah, this vaping shit just scorches me right off the bat. I hate it. A teen says his 6-year vaping habit caused his lungs to collapse 4 times. Really?
Jesus.
Time number 2 didn't make you rethink the vaping thing. Okay? And made them look like he's been smoking for 30 years. Draven Hatfield said he started vaping when he was 13 with his buddy Bill McCoy.
Oh.
And, of course, their families got in a fight.
Sure.
They had to stop being friends.
Whole problem.
Very Fox and the Houndish. Thinking it was a neat trend and ended up vaping through a disposable pen every 2 to 3 days. The construction contractor's guilty pleasure came to a crashing end when he experienced severe chest pains and cramps down his side in October 2021, and he was rushed to the hospital. Hatfield, who lives in West Virginia, that's interesting because I thought they just did opioids in West Virginia. It's nice to see them branching out. Yeah. Oh, yeah. The Appalachians, they love the fucking...
Just opioids out there?
Oh, they love your opioids. They love meth.
I didn't know that.
All of that shit.
God, people
they love it.
People seem to love meth everywhere.
It really has gone strength to
strength. I don't know what the fuck that's about.
The rural whiteys love the meth.
It seems like the non-sexy one to do, though.
Hatfield, who lives in West Virginia, was reportedly told he was suffering from a spontaneous pneumothorax, or a collapsed lung, which happens when the air is trapped between the lung and the chest wall. That seems painful.
It's going to hurt bad.
Yeah.
Yep.
The specialist said that it had developed air bubbles on my lungs and they'd burst and would leak air.
God.
And that would cause my lung to collapse. So he popped his lungs from vaping.
Was it worth it? Do you need it that bad?
He looks like the kind of douchebag who tries to blow the big smoke clouds too.
When I remember, kind of like you said, what was that, 7-8 years ago when vaping kind of hit the scene?
Yeah.
Like it was all the rage. Like all of my guy friends did it. Every single one of them. And I always thought it looked kind of gay.
Right.
But they always like juice it up with, ooh, you can get any flavor you want. Look up.
Oh, a spider.
He's on the move.
If I had something, I'd kill him. Do you think Shaka's platform could kill a spider?
Just smack him with that shirt.
There you go.
That's a big spider.
I'm going to get that little
That was
fucker
big enough it was like a shadow.
Before he gets to the corner. Come here, you little shit.
Aaron is on the desk.
No.
Is he dead?
Yeah. I smushed him.
Nice job. Even in your condition, you can keep this family safe.
Even in my condition, yes. Fuck that spider up. Not going to see him no more. Well, anyway. Yeah, that's the weirdest thing is to see... Aaron, your blood pressure, says Kenneth.
Your
I'll
face
be okay.
was red, yeah.
Yeah, I'll be all right.
All right, thank you.
Shouldn't do climbing like that. I could pop my blood clots.
I should really be carrying you up the stairs.
I could pop my sockets.
Stop it. Oh, God.
So, pop, socket, and drop it, is what they say.
Can I go now? Can I just take the rest of the night off?
You are not mandated to be here. This is overtime.
After that one.
Absolutely not. We're $20 away from our goal. Then you're dismissed. But yeah, the people who are grown men who are like, oh, but the vaping, you can get so many different flavors. I hate to quote Jim Florentine, but what are you, 6?
Seriously, the guys loved it though. Ooh, this one tastes like donuts. This one tastes like...
Oh, I can get watermelon. That's great. Guess what? You're gay. That's not something a guy does. Oh, I want watermelon. You're 6 years old. Stop it.
Some men do.
Yeah, well, look. B. Smiley III says, why is this supposed popcorn lung extremely rare? Since when does the New York Post give credible health news? See, people get mad when you report on the vaping stuff. They're like, nope, they're doing this for Philip Morris. It's just they're doing it to protect the tobacco companies. I don't know. I've been hearing of people who burn their insides up with the vaping shit.
Yeah. I mean, it's truly not always. Like I just got done saying, all of my guy friends did it. Every single one of them. I've not heard one of them getting popcorn lung, right?
Right.
But it does happen. I don't know.
The 4th time my lung collapsed, I was just sitting there one day at school and I felt it. I knew it had happened again. On the way to the hospital, everything was looking good. When I got there, they had to do surgery on me. It involved attaching the wall of my ribs. There's a chemical process of attaching. They scraped the air bubbles off my lungs.
Oh my God.
So after like the second or third time this happened, you didn't think that maybe you should cut it out with the smoking and the vaping?
Or at least switch to a new product. Like, I don't know if it's certain vape pens that get hotter than others. Like, you should really, if you can't quit, at least switch to something
Collapsed my lung once, shame on you. Collapsed my lung twice, shame on me. You collapse your lung, can't collapse it again. Matt Field says it happens when you vape black market street junk. Yeah,
Sure.
like there's like if you buy them from a store, there's like regulators on temperatures and shit. Mount up. And and so you probably can't get that with like a legitimate store bought thing.
Because I'll say it, like all of my guys always went to Benny's store.
Yeah.
The e-cig lounge. That
But
was
like,
it.
yeah, you can. People go in there and they fuck with them, and they like
You
they
can tweak
modify.
it?
Yeah, they modify them. These fucking little vaping MacGyvers, and they go in there and they dick with them, and it gets way too hot, and they breathe that shit in, and yeah, that'll fucking kill you.
Yeah, I mean, he's right though. Getting, black market street shit, like the chemicals are probably different and everything.
Yeah.
In those, I don't know.
Because it started out as like the thing to do that wasn't smoking, that was going to be better for you long term because it didn't have all the additives and the carcinogens and all that shit.
Shit off the street is never good. Like, I remember when those vapes came out too, and like certain people in my friend group that would partake in like THC vapes and stuff like that. Pretty soon when you're buying those cartridges and stuff, like if they don't have serial numbers on them, like from a legitimate place out like Colorado or something.
It's like a gun now, yeah.
You could die. Honestly.
Kenneth Pogue says people are retarded. He deserves it. Yeah, if you hadn't stopped at the second or third time your lung collapsed at 18 years old,
right,
you kind of deserve times 3 and 4. Kyle says, I had Hot Pocket lung. It was terrible. Oh, yeah, that's that lung where your lungs are really hot on the ends and then in the middle they're frozen.
Right, and you really just burnt your mouth on it.
I fucking hate it. God, Hot Pockets were never, like every time you gave them a chance, they were never as good as you anticipated them to be.
But I was absolutely that sucker that went back every time. And I liked the breakfast ones, and them fucking cheesy eggs in there will burn your mouth.
I would eat the lean cuisine sandwiches that came with that little grill thing.
The little panini ones.
And it never worked. Like my sandwich was always just melty and soft.
Oh, mine were great.
In the microwave?
Yeah.
Yeah, I could never get mine to be crispy.
Tits, I loved those.
I do too,
Those
but I would
little
just eat the
panini
mushy
lean cuisines?
mushroom cheddar ones.
Ooh. Oh, I loved their butternut squash one too.
White
That's
cheddar
so
and
good.
mushroom sandwiches, man. Those were the shit.
My mouth's watering.
Go pick us up some. Don't talk about it. Be about it.
You want me to go get some lean cuisine?
Make a late night run for some lean cuisine sandwiches.
I can cook a better sandwich. I mean,
$20 away from knocking it out here during overtime, guys. Let's get rid of that last pesky 20, even if it's just 4 5s or 2 10s, whatever it is. Let's knock out that last pesky 20 and call it a good night. Aaron can't even cook microwave food, says Kenneth. Well, I never knew how to get the platform thing to stand up on its own, so I'd always just lay the sandwich flat on there like it was a plate.
I was such a pro at it. I don't get that.
What were you supposed to do? Were you supposed to put it on the platform and like
There's literally
put
instructions.
it on top?
I don't have it in front of me. It's been like 10 years since I had one of those.
All right, you're going to have to go get me a lean cuisine sandwich so you can show me how to make them
God
right.
damn it. I gotta
prep the
shower tonight.
I got to prep the show anyway.
Fine,
for the
I'll
morning.
not shower for these people.
They can't smell you through the camera.
There's no smell-o-vision here.
No, believe me.
Thank God that wisdom tooth was.
Yeah. I don't use the platform thing, says Mars. Yeah, that's a badass right there. Cynically Insane says, I'm not going to give you any money because you will spend it on Hot Pockets. What if I promise to give Johnny a raise with it and not spend it on Hot Pockets?
Ooh, you know what my favorite kind of lung was?
What's that?
Toaster strudel lung.
Oh, good toaster strudel. But those are in the toaster. Those don't count.
Why?
Because it's got to be a
hot
microwave.
And they have goo in the middle.
The microwave item. The oven cooks them through, or the toaster cooks them through.
It doesn't, though. My toaster strudels are consistently frozen in the middle the first time. I got to put them back in.
Jeez, I'm sorry. Randy K with $20. Thank you very much. We take 15 of that.
You.
5 away. We'll knock that out by the end of the night. Thank you, boys and girls. And whatever we go over goes to tomorrow morning anyway. So
thank you, Randy.
All of it goes back to this show. Bandit of 71 with $20. Guys, let's call it. We're $15 ahead for tomorrow.
We did it. Thank
you very much. You're the
You
best,
did it.
man. You did it. So there we go. 3:35 away from Thursday morning. Oh, wait. We got more. Gentleman
There's another
bystander. Says, for Pop-Tarts long, gotta love the pogie bait. Don't know what that means.
I'm not really sure.
Marquise with $14.88 says, Heil America's good wife, April. Well, there you go. That's a black guy.
I
with
say thank you to that,
$14.88.
right?
Oh, sure. It's a very nice sentiment.
Heil America's good wife, April.
Yes, what a guy.
Thank you, Marquise.
Brad Anlicker says, an air fryer makes it all culinary.
That's true. It puts a nice little crisp on them.
Foul-Mouth Yoda says, cream pie lung killed my grandma. You should say,
cream pie
killed by cream pie lung was grandma. But yes.
I like a good ding-dong lung.
Yeah,
actually.
You don't want to die from a cream pie lung. That's, doctors got to search. They got to find you that way. Oh, a cream pie lung. How hard are they shooting it up there that it's getting into your lungs?
Oh, you've no idea.
Oh, boy.
I
Apparently
had a really
I don't.
close encounter one time.
Jesus.
With death. You went down the wrong hole. Like it just totally went down your trachea and not your esophagus.
You don't want to die from cream pie lung.
Well, that's fucked up.
All right. I don't want to move on to the next thing. It seems like you guys have more
Well, what
more
other
to
kind
say.
of lungs do we have here? Pizza roll lung?
Pizza roll lung, that's a great way to go.
Oh, God.
Pizza roll, I've nearly lost gum tissue and tongues to pizza rolls.
They are dangerous. Like
And I'll still eat them.
They never seem as hot as they end up being in the middle when you pick it up. You know
You
what
want
I mean?
pizza rolls tonight or lean cuisine sandwiches?
So you're not kidding? I'm going to the store.
Yeah. Sorry about that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shaft says he has Tampa Accord lung. I'm sticking to that Tampa Accord. It's
God.
almost harder because like I was kind of doing the Tampa Accord anyway, but now that I'm stuck to an Accord and I think about it, now I'm like I think about
You're
it now.
struggling. I forget about this.
Yeah, I don't know.
How about some McDonald's apple pie?
I've never been a McDonald's apple pie guy. Are those hot?
What the fuck is wrong with you?
Wow. Apparently I'm a piece of shit.
That is like American sacrilege right there.
Dave Phillips says M80 long. Yeah, that's an aggressive one. Pizza rolls are dangerous. Hungry Man fried chicken
Dude.
lung. Fried bologna lung.
Hold on. Have you ever seen a Hungry Man nutritional label?
It's not good.
There is so much fat and salt in those. It is like actually scary.
Hungry Man nutrition label. Here we go. Just the regular one, not the double XL. In one of them, 780 calories.
That
this
can't
one
be.
doesn't
That's
look,
not the right
yeah,
one.
this one doesn't look too bad. Yeah, 780 calories. That's legit. Okay.
What?
50% of your total fat in one package.
That's a lot. Isn't it 79 grams? I can't read it from here.
39 grams.
39.
7 grams of saturated fat, or 35% of your daily value. Sodium, 1,120 milligrams, or half your daily value of salt. But before you go and you shit all over the Hungry Man boneless fried chicken dinner, it does contain 15% of your vitamin D.
Oh, wow.
10% of your calcium, 20% of your iron, and 20% of your potassium. So, I think you were shitting on Hungry Man a little premature there.
I don't know which one I saw. Maybe it was like the meatloaf dinner one or something. I caught one of my friends eating it once, and I happened to look at the box, and I'm like, you're going to die.
That was
you
per
have to stop eating this.
Guys, that was per package. That was not per serving was labeled at, here, serving size, one package.
You've got to be looking at the wrong thing. No, like they're showing you. They're showing you the nicest one they have.
White chicken patties with mashed potatoes, sweet corn, and a brownie.
I know you're sending me to the store tonight, so I will look for one for you and I'll take a picture.
Well, here, how about you want to look at the Salisbury steak meal?
Oh, God, I can't imagine.
That one's only 580 calories. The boneless fried chicken meal is the highest calorie meal they have.
I'm telling you, they must have cut.
Oh, here you
then.
go. Hungry Man, the Salisbury steak, 51% of your fat, 50% of your saturated fat, 71% of your sodium.
Oh.
But 23% of your iron, 18% of potassium,
Okay,
8% of calcium, 6% of vitamin D.
You fuck those things when you have had over half of your daily amount of sodium in this one meal, almost 60%.
Look.
You should not be eating anything with sodium in it the rest of the day.
The roasted carved white meat turkey meal only has 15% of your daily fat. Are you ready to apologize to Hungry Man for what you've done to them reputation-wise?
No.
I don't think that's as bad as you thought it was.
Never apologize.
Zen Rhino says, I literally just had that double chicken patty, mashed potatoes, corn, and a brownie Hungry Man meal today, April. It's awesome.
I hope you're living your best life.
What about ramen? You love ramen, like going to Ippen
I
Ramen?
don't love ramen. I have ramen maybe twice a year.
But you enjoy it.
Okay.
Like a package of ramen?
No,
Like
I only had that because the kid wanted
Right,
it.
no, I know that, but I'm saying like the
You
nutritional...
know me, I haven't bought ramen ever until she wanted it that day.
But like you like that ramen place.
Ippen is fine.
Yeah.
I mean, but I'm in it for the bao buns,
Okay.
not the bowl.
Fair enough.
I like the bao buns.
Loaded Wrench says, read my last comment, Aaron. All right, this better be good. He says, Bubba lung, pizza lung, kebab lung, cheese lung, lung on a stick, sausage lung, boiled lung, fried lung, caviar lung, catfish lung, pork chop lung. Aren't you guys glad I did that?
Laughy face, laughy face.
I'm sorry I did that. I'm ashamed
Wait,
that I did that.
Yes?
Are we done with all the...
I think we pretty much nailed it. What else do you want to say?
Beef.
TV dinners are bad for you.
Beef Wellington lung.
Did we get all of the lungs out of our
No, I don't
system?
think so. Meat pie lung.
Stevie J says, April, do you like pho?
Yeah.
You
Yeah,
do?
that stuff's good.
I hate anything that is spelled like that and pronounced that way.
I'm a sucker for those bao buns, though, and I need to learn how to make them myself because nobody fucking has them. They're just so soft and pillowy and wonderful.
Sydney, Australia, their Royal Easter show, they've banned rap music amid safety concerns. Well, I think that's kind of racist. But I do figure if we don't allow any of that black hippity-hoppity music, we'll probably have less crime, if you know what I mean. People will feel a little safer if you can't play the devil's music.
But then you have to ban like death metal too, don't you?
Nope, they don't. Well, I don't think they have a lot of mugging and beating and assault problems with the death metal crowd. I don't think that's
I
what's
don't know.
causing.
You know what? You're right.
Uwadi Pele Falatulu was working as a sideshow employee when he was stabbed in his torso after a brawl broke out near the amusement rides. Yeah, if you're having an amusement park fair event going on and you have to and you've got people just getting shanked in the chest for minding their own business, yeah, you should probably take some safety steps.
Do we know it was the music?
Well,
what song was on?
I think it was the hip hop music that was playing because all of the people in that area did lose their mind up in here. So
I saw that coming on your face.
Some people did go all out up in here. So, I mean, if I may, a couple more songs they could probably ban. Mac the Knife, just to be safe.
Anything else?
No. I can see the look on your face. You're falling out of love as I come up with each one of these. So
oh, you are bitchy tonight.
I will
You can't
simply
even play.
I will simply end. No, I think look, I don't think that banning the music is going to make it safer. I don't think the people who come there to stab people at the fair or are willing to stab someone at the fair are going to go, "Oh wait, I can't listen to the Chronic 2001. I don't think I'm going to stab anybody tonight if they get up in my business and scuff my shoes." I think it's more the clientele you've got coming to the fair, not the
Really?
music they're listening
Oh,
to.
okay. Thank you for clarifying.
So you can ban hip hop if you want to. You're just going to have a night where people get shanked and shot, but at least there's no aggressive rap music playing. And don't you want to get stabbed to wet ass pussy?
I'm trying to think. I was just sitting here trying to think, like, if I'm going to get stabbed, what song would make it worth it?
I mean, I
don't know.
See, they didn't play.
Like, what's understandable?
If they didn't play rap music, maybe that guy would have understood that it was indeed time to move, bitch, get out the way. He could have heeded their warning. It is on Nat Turner Boulevard. Perhaps if they hadn't been playing rap music, one of the kids wouldn't have been skating down on Nat Gat Tucked and Lean.
This is hurting my soul. Like,
maybe
there's something about it that is just hard to swallow.
There was actually an oral sexual assault at this fair.
Well, that sounds nice, actually.
And it's actually because one of the girls said, "If I had nuts on my chin, would those be chin nuts?" And the guy said, "Hell no, bitch, you'd have a dick in your mouth." And then, and if they weren't playing Dr. Dre's Chronic album, never would have heard that.
God, I'd love to see the next episode.
Oh, no. Your Huckleberry says, "Why wouldn't you stab at a county fair?" It is a stabby place.
It is a little, like, I don't like saying this out loud because I feel like it's going to come true now or something, but, like, Every time we go to the Benton County Fair, part of me, as we're walking up to it, I get nervous that something could happen. Not for me, but like for with the kids. I'm like, God, I just... Fingers crossed, no stabby shit today.
Kyle with a good point. Ban Air Jordans. Problem solved. There you go. Everybody's got to wear dog shit shoes. If you don't come to the fair with pre-scuffed shoes, you have to go back because it solves 90% of the stabbing and shooting problems.
You're only allowed to wear Rock Revival jeans, no shirts.
Patrick says, you always bring up shoes getting scuffed. Well, I got to go with the thing that becomes the biggest issues.
That is bad. Like whenever somebody's shoe gets stepped on, for some reason, that's like the end all be all. It's like everything.
I don't know if Foul Mouth Yoda is new to the show, but he's been very funny tonight. He says, music banned, knives allowed. Welcome to Aussie Town. Yeah.
Lovely.
You can keep the knives that you stab the person with. We're just not going to play the music that you stab them to.
What if I decide to rap on my own time since you banned my music?
Yeah, what if I just rap while I stab the person?
What if he's rapping next to me and I feel a little stabby suddenly?
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I don't know.
I say something like, no blood on the sneaks, got to keep it so my kicks is clean.
Blood on the sneaks.
Ugh. Do me a favor.
You're making me go to fucking get you lean cuisines after this. You can go
Look at that.
fuck yourself.
Zen Rhino pulled out his Hungry Man dinner and
thank you
sent
for
us.
finishing that.
He sent us the... pulled out his Hungry Man. It's just a cock in my Instagram.
Oh, no.
Usually those just come from Alex
It's actually
Stein.
just Rhino dick.
Yes. One package, 790 calories, 49% of your total fat, 61% of your sodium, 30% of your iron.
Yeah. But you honestly, the fat and sodium contents alone, those are bad. Bad.
Oh,
okay?
Cock Diff with a good point. Maybe if you stop taking EBT at the fair, you could cut down on a lot of these stabbings.
When I was in that Vietnamese market a few weeks ago,
yeah,
they had signs up all over that said they were going to not take EBT anymore.
Fucking based.
I got kind of weird about it. I'm like, look, I don't use EBT, but somebody probably does, and they're probably mad about it.
The Asian grocery stores usually tend to be a little more based and a little less politically correct than your average store.
I like that place. I'd take you in there.
Asian stores are good stores. Those people they're all right. They're the ones with the cafe in the back, right?
Hmm?
Yeah, I've been to that place.
Yeah.
They're good.
Oh, cool. So you just go without me now?
Yeah. Just years ago.
Well, I'll go fuck right off.
Well, I mean, look, you tell me
I'm
you're
getting cunty because I was planning on taking a nice shower.
You don't have to go get lean
well,
cuisine
no,
sandwiches.
I want it now.
I'm not. I was gonna say I'm not even really hungry. I lost 4 pounds between yesterday and today, so I overdid today. I don't really need a lean cuisine sandwich, but now apparently this is a goal for you.
I just don't like being jerked around.
All right, I get it. You don't like. I understand. Amanda Hug and Kiss says, no EBT, you go. Well, I mean, good luck to that store.
I was buying a log of fish cakes. It was really sweaty when I found out they didn't take my EBT.
A log of fish cakes. What a purchase. Excuse me, do you have the fish cake logs?
That's all I got, too.
Man kills woman in Chick-fil-A drive-thru, then turns gun on himself, police say. Jesus Christ! That is not supposed to be something that happens at a Chick-fil-A. That's Popeye's behavior.
That chicken place is a place of God. God damn it.
Jesus. 2 people are dead after police say a man killed a woman at a Georgia Chick-fil-A drive-thru and then turned the gun on himself.
And you know what? I bet he was listening to rap music.
He probably was listening to rap music. Not only that, he probably should have said something like really trivial before he shot her and blew his head off. Like he's like, it's not real honey mustard. And they're both gone. The cops have to come question him. Like, what did he say? He was complaining about the honey mustard, and he just felt the need to kill everybody.
Your Polynesian sauce is not from Polynesia. I don't know. I don't know.
I just saw that headline.
Made him upset, though.
Yeah, I just saw that headline. I went, holy shit.
I better not see this BS at the fucking Slim Chickens this weekend.
Yeah, we got a new chicken place in town as if we didn't have enough of them.
Yeah, hold on. I'm going to make a list. KFC, Popeyes,
Chick-fil-A.
I'm going in order down.
Fuck me in the mouth.
Actually, I'm wrong. Raising Cane's.
Popeyes.
Now it's your turn. Popeyes. No, I wrote Popeyes.
All right.
KFC, Popeyes,
Slim
Raising
Chickens.
Cane's. There's another one. Chick-fil-A.
Chick-fil-A, Slim Chickens. So there you go. Those are the chicken stores we've got.
Slim chickens.
There you go. All right, so how many is that? 5 or 6?
5.
We got 5 chicken places.
There's got to be more than that.
You go and investigate.
And then like all the Coburns have, and the Cashwises have deli chicken. Yes. It's phenomenal.
Speaking of music, Los Angeles is now blaring classical music at subway stations to chase off the homeless. I love it when places do this.
But where are you chasing them to?
Just away from where you are. Like, just make it somebody else's problem. That's the deal with the homeless. You just go like the South Park episode. Make it somebody else's issue.
If that's the case, and I live in Los Angeles, then like I have to now wear like one of them little backpack speakers or something, or I like clip a little, what is it? The little shitty clip-on speakers that we used to use in the shower.
Yeah, just speakers. That's fine. You don't need to get the specific name for them. You just carry around a speaker.
Really gonna bother me.
That's okay.
Nice.
But like with these, I love that it's always classical music, just assuming that the dredges of the earth are uncultured pieces of shit, and if you play really meaningful music, they'll fuck right off. I like that. I like that level of judgment without judging. Let's listen. This is an example of what you hear at the train station or the subway station in Los Angeles. It has the opposite effect. It's like the monkeys jumping into the river. Like all the homeless people just start jumping for their lives. They start jumping off the railings. And now people walking in to actually conduct business are like dodging homeless people as they fly off the balcony.
And we're spreading disease that way.
All kinds of herpes and shit. Yeah. I mean, it's working. Look at how few homeless people there are.
Can you imagine walking through here though?
Yeah.
I'd be laughing my dick off.
Oh my God, look at that. It works.
I know. They've solved homelessness.
Play music that moved Western civilization forward and it'll drive the dredges out. They can't tolerate. Oh, that's a lot of cum on the wall though.
It's going to bother me, like, where did they go?
San Francisco, most likely, to stab the Cashapp founder in the guts. Oh, there's one. Is that Mozart? Is that Bach?
He's Shazamming it on his iPhone right now.
Well, look, I mean, it's literally the least they can do, but at least LA's trying something.
I actually think that's brilliant because it's not causing harm to anybody except maybe your fucking mental health.
Marquise changed his name to a name I can't say, but it ends in diff. Thank you, Marquise. Wow.
That's aggressive, but I guess he gets to say it.
Mr. Monkeypox says, imagine listening to the Ride of the Valkyries while halfway through a meth ball. Yeah, it'd be like, that's on you, right?
Did I ever tell you that one of my jobs I had, they fucking played loud classical music all day, every day? It was the fucking worst.
Sir Tinfoil says, more like sub-gay. It's childish, but I like it. Jeezy's Tall says that, or it's going to create cultured hobos. They're going to be playing chess.
With like shit pieces.
Yeah, with their own dried shit.
Petrified shit. What do you call them? Are they just chess pieces? Yeah. I don't play chess.
It's time to go.
Yeah, it's fucking overtime after overtime now. Can I have a night?
Guys, thank you very much. We do appreciate you guys being so supportive. Hit the like button before you leave. Subscribe to our channel. We appreciate it. We're going to try and get Rumble back up and running for tomorrow morning, but they're being a little difficult. We will talk to you again tomorrow at 6 a.m. Central Time. Thank you for all your help. April, thank you as well.
No, thank you.
Just make sure this doesn't puff up like a beach ball.
Oh, I'll make sure you are nice
before
and iced.
Tomorrow morning. We're going to go have ourselves some lean cuisines, apparently. I've sealed my own fate. Talk to you guys tomorrow morning.